wiped up. Pipe up, pipe up. I'm talking about all these niggas. I'm calling out all these niggas. Ain't no Debo, don't stall these niggas. Pipe up, pipe up. Pipe down when you call my phone. Don't hit me up about no bitch. Gave her dick, now she won't get gone. Pipe up, pipe up. Who the fuck want war with a demon? You ain't got enough money, my nigga. Treat this shit like cars I'm leasing. Pipe up, pipe up. Do it look like I'm worried about a thread? When I'm strapped like COD. And you know I got them all on deck. Pipe up, pipe up. Big money when I push that button. Damn, why they all mad at me? Big Ratchet gon' push them buttons. Pipe up, pipe up. Now y'all really just need to pipe down. If it's what you really want, my nigga, I can make one call right now. Pipe up, pipe up. Yo, bitch tryna hop on dick. And you know I left it wet, my nigga. Better go ahead and mop that shit. Pipe up, pipe up. Keep talking, you gon' get piped up. Yo, bitch tryna get piped up. Snotty nose, he gon' get wiped up. Pipe up, pipe up. These niggas ain't gon' do nothing. I ain't never did none of y'all nothing. Big Ratchet gon' push them buttons. Pipe up, pipe up. Keep talking, you gon' get piped up. Yo, bitch tryna get piped up. Snotty nose, he gon' get wiped up. Pipe up, pipe up. These niggas ain't gon' do nothing. I ain't never did none of y'all nothing. Big Ratchet gon' push them buttons. Pipe up, pipe up. Keep talking, you gon' get piped up. Yo, bitch tryna get piped up. Snotty nose, he gon' get wiped up. Pipe up, pipe up. These niggas ain't gon' do nothing. I ain't never did none of y'all nothing. Big Ratchet gon' push them buttons. Pipe up, pipe up. Keep talking, you gon' get piped up. Yo, bitch tryna get piped up. Snotty nose, he gon' get wiped up. Pipe up, pipe up. These niggas ain't gon' do nothing. I ain't never did none of y'all nothing. Big Ratchet gon' push them buttons. Pipe up, pipe up. Keep talking, you gon' get piped up. Yo, bitch tryna get piped up. Snotty nose, he gon' get wiped up. Pipe up, pipe up.
Oh man, hold on, cause I got something y'all been waiting on, man. You know what I'm saying? I previewed it on Discord. Now, salute to the gang, man. I need all the likes to go up. Y'all been waiting on this song. Y'all been like, Ratchet, when you gonna record this song? Ratchet, when you gonna record this song? Ratchet, when you gonna record this song? I told y'all Monday, and I did not disappoint. I call it Just Like You. Get the likes up. Let's go.
Somebody just like you, but then you walk on by, and I knew what I had to do. The way you're moving,
And you probably won't find her. Got her rocking my chain like I signed her. You gotta remember the nights where you lied. She cried. If that's yours, then how I get behind her? Trust me, I got her, it'll be alright. You had her in the dark, I'ma bring her to the light. Plus you was stressing about paying off the lights. And if you get to tripping, then I'm a pipe. I know that's what you like, cause you my little freak. And when you get to going, you be fucking up my sheets. And if you find out what we did last week, when you was supposed to be going out with your niece. But I'ma be quiet, cause I gotta keep it P. And now you in the days, cause I got you getting weak. But don't fall in love, cause you know I'm for the streets. And he better not find out about me. And now she like,
mess with my mind, turn down the lights, you know. I'm so into you,
man, this girl been blowing up my phone. But I don't hit back, cause I be up in my zone. Hit D&D, wanna be alone. She OD, wanna be up in my home. Fuck that, I can't get attached. I been cracked that, you can have it back. These hoes I don't trust on top of that. I'm just spitting facts cause that won't last. These hoes love going back to the past, back to the stress and back to the laugh. Meanwhile you be sitting having flashbacks, sitting back just trying to make the math mad. Not me, I'ma chill and get the last laugh. Kick rocks, I'ma leave the past in the past. Block the number, now she crying, yeah, now she mad. Now she pill popping, taking half of a half. So sad, she just worried about the next play. Play victim, do the same thing the next day. Sit back, you can wait on that day. Karma come, but it don't got a set date. But I'ma be quiet, cause I gotta keep the peace. And now you in the days, cause I got you getting weak. But don't fall in love, cause you know I'm for the streets. And he better not find out about me.
Hey, you know I'm tone bot, We back, Ratchet Gang. We back with another one. We back with another banger. Let's get the likes up. Look, you might have forgot. Hell, they might have forgot. But you already know it's the king. Too loyal, no tone bot, RatchetTV. Hey, y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. Get the likes up if you in the building. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Tap that notification bell so you can get the drop whenever I drop. All right, so boom. Man. We got to talk, Ratchet Gang. We got to chop it up. Look, tonight we got to talk about we got to get back on this Trump stuff. We got to get back to this Kamala Harris situation. We got to get to all of the factors that are going into this because I'm going to be real. There's so much misinformation out about this election. There is so much misinformation. Just being serious, man. I've been peeping around and there's a lot of misinformation going on, man. I'm gonna just call a spade, and we got to keep it a big buck right now, man. There's a lot of people that are there's a lot of people who are still being bamboozled. Salute to Carla Romero for that 10-piece. I appreciate you, Carla Romero, for that 10-piece. Salute. Thank you so much. Lady Nye, thank you, beautiful, for that 20-piece McNugget. Lady Nye says, salute, Big Ratchet. You kept your word. Hey, a promise is a promise, baby. You know what I'm saying? A promise is do I ever break promises to you, baby? You know what I'm talking about? Salute to you. Salute to Capri for that 30-piece McNugget. She said, I love it. Salute. Okay, yeah, support me if you fucking with the song, because I did keep my promise. And you better ask Ratchet Gang. My settings was messed up all day, and it took me until I don't even think I finished fixing my computer problems until like 6:30. And I was like, man, I don't even really got time to record. It was like 6:15, 6:20, something like that. I was like, man, I really don't got time to record this, dog. But I did tell y'all I would do it. So I was rushing behind. I finished that song like at 7:15. It took me like an hour to get it all going. And I got it, though. I got it to y'all. Salute. So if you want to support, there you go. We got $62 on the screen. If I missed you, I did not dish you, I promise. I just didn't see it. You probably sent me some love before the live. But Binky has been a member for 35 months. She said, make America great again. RG4L. Salute to Binky, man. That's 35 long months, man. That's a long time, Binky. I need y'all to all go ahead and give Binky her flowers right now, man. Drop them flowers for Big Binky in the building. Salute. So yeah, that's that song I did for y'all. It's called Just Like You. So yeah, we'll play it again later. I definitely will play that song again later, and I will also drop the rough draft on my YouTube channel. I will drop it on here. I'll probably drop it on here tomorrow, late tonight tomorrow. So I don't know. I'll drop it on here so y'all can play. I'll start dropping my rough drafts. That song is not edited. It ain't got no. So anyway, that song is neither here nor there. Let's get to this content, man. If you liked it though, throw the purple flowers up in the chat, man. It's coming soon. It's called Just Like You. Salute to my boy B Ready for that beat too. My boy B Ready, he the one who did that beat. Salute. He in this building somewhere. Salute to him. Carla Romero, thank you for being a member for 4 months. As always, keep shining. Salute to you for being a member for 4 months. Thank you, Carla. Also, guys, let me get back to what I was saying. Let me ask y'all a question before we get started. It's about we're going to get to the topics. Has anybody looked at you differently for your political views? Like, drop the American flags if you're a Trump supporter, and I want you to drop the gems if you are a Kamala Harris supporter. So if you are for Trump, I want to see you drop the American flags. If you are for Kamala, drop the gems. We're not going to disrespect nobody or violate nobody. We're not judging nobody. Over here at Ratchet Gang, we don't judge nobody, man. We just give out what we give out, man. We rock with everybody. We love everybody, man. All walks of life be over here, man. So we not judging you. I want everybody to just be serious for a second, because I'm going to make a point tonight. Who is here for Trump and who is here for Kamala? Because we're going to cover every angle of this. I'm gonna keep it a big buck. All right. Let's see. This is if you know, you know. Salute. Just drop. Let me know who you over here for. Okay. We got a Kamala supporter over here. Let's go. Anybody else? Kamala supporter? Big Baby just raised her hand. I'm gonna assume Big Baby's for Kamala. Pressure P says he or she is for Kamala. Lady Nye is for Kamala. Let's go. Show your love. If you represent Kamala, drop the gems. If you represent Trump, drop the American flags. Let's go. She said, hold on. Nah, Big Baby said, I'm for Trump. All right, salute, Big Baby. Throw that American flag up, Big Baby. Let me know who you were here for. Let me represent in the chat real quick. Let me go ahead and represent. I'm gonna drop my American flags in there. And I'm asking this for a reason. The reason I'm asking y'all, who are you representing, is simply because due to my views on politics, and this is something I always said, don't talk to people about politics and religion because they will look at you differently. But due to my views on politics, policies, and what are all this whoop blah we've been talking about over here, about the Trump and Kamala election, about just politics in general. We've been heavily covering the politics over here. Let me ask y'all a question in the chat. Who are you here for? Trump, Kamala, or neither? Are you over here for Trump, Kamala, or you just not over here for neither one? You're not rocking with neither one of them. Let me know in the chat. I need to know who's over here for who. So maybe you'll feel more comfortable voting in the chat. Let me know who y'all are here for. And I'm gonna say this. Due to my views on politics, even some of my own family members, close family members have all looked at me different and said some crazy, wild stuff to me. But then there's something else that I've noticed. And this is something else that I've noticed. And I'm not even just saying this just because a majority of us are Trump supporters over here. I'm going to say this because this is the truth. I've noticed that most Democrats, and I'm just going to say allegedly, and everything I say is alleged, and it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video and in the description of all my videos. This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. This is just to educate my people on what we've been covering over here. Like I said, it's all under the Fair Use Act, and you can see the Fair Use disclaimer in the description of this video, and everything I say is alleged. Allegedly. Okay, well, like I was saying, so I've noticed that most Democrats are to me to be, I've known them to be very evil spirited. Most of them. I'm not saying all. I'm just saying I've come across more. And I've noticed that most Trump supporters are very understanding, bro. Like I'm talking about this go around. It's like people that are Trump supporters literally have just been trying to spill facts into people. Like, hey, bro, this is the facts, bro. And it's mostly Democrats, people that are voting for Kamala. They're just so keen set on just like war. It's like they just want war. They want chaos. They want to argue. They want to belittle you. They want to talk down to you. They want to ridicule you. It's like, what is wrong with people? Are y'all not seeing how evil y'all are, bro? Like, are y'all not seeing the evil side that is causing that? It's like, bro, some people are just being caused to just create chaos. That's all I would say about that. Double tap the screen and get the likes past 200, y'all. Can I get all y'all to double tap that screen? Double tap that screen and get the likes up, y'all. Double tap that screen. Let's go. We finna get with this shit, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We got a shit ton of stuff to talk about over here tonight, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all. So I need everybody over here to go ahead and support. Double tap that screen. Let's get these likes past 200, and we finna go in. But have you guys noticed, being Trump supporters, that most Kamala supporters have looked down to you or said something wild or crazy to you? Or am I just making that part up? Say, man, I got off IG because of Harris people. Nah, being serious, bro. Everywhere I go and just say, I literally, every time I'm on Instagram and I see like a popular post with like Trump or Kamala or something that has to do with it, I just will hashtag and say Trump 2024. I won't say nothing else but that. And I'll throw an American flag up behind it. And then I get a comment section filled with people. Man, I can't believe you're a Trump supporter, man. Get the F off here, man. You weird. And then the African American culture will be like, oh, you a sellout, man. I can't believe you. They coming for you. And I was like, come on, dog. I'm not saying nothing to you. I just commented and said Trump 2024. That's just me representing and just showing my support. And then for showing my support, I get talked down on, ridiculed, belittled, and I get trolled all over the internet just because I'm representing one side. But I've noticed that I don't really see Trump supporters doing that to people who comment that they are for Kamala. I don't see Trump supporters really going out their way to bash that lady. I really don't. Trump just keep telling you, fam, that lady is crazy, bro. He knew he was going to beat that lady. But then again, I got this crazy thing, and it's like this AI thing tonight. And I played it earlier for Discord, and it's kind of weird. It's just like a what if. What if there was like this plan, but Trump and Biden knew about the plan all along, meaning Biden would just step away and get set up good for the future to protect his family. Allegedly, this is all alleged. I'm just hypothetically speaking, but like this is a what if. I'm gonna have it later. I'll show you the what if later, and the what if is just basically gonna be like, what if Kamala and Obama and some powers that be might be, and salute Just B for that 20 piece. This said the election brought out the worst in some people. Salute. I appreciate you for that 20 piece. Thank you so much. Salute. So it's like, what if Obama and Kamala was like this set of people that were trying to, you know what I'm saying, run a play through Biden, woo-doo-woo-doo-woo. But you know what I'm saying? Biden was basically like, hey, I mean, we don't got no shot at this. I got to step down, and if it's against you, it's a for sure win. If it's you and him, it's a for sure win. But I gotta protect my family. Y'all think I'm green out here. I'm playing crazy for the world. I'm not. I'm playing a role right now. We all know I'm playing a role, because I can show you side by sides of how this is just a fucking role. This was all a fucking play. And I'm just starting to look at it like what could it be possible that Biden knew that they were screwed? He knew he had no shot at this, and he knows they up out of there, and he just made a deal. Possibly drop the gems if you think that's possible. Drop the caps if you're like, no fucking way. But I'm gonna play it later, and it's just like a what if. It's just gonna be a video. It's just like a what if, and it'll probably blow your minds when you think about it, and when I show this to you. Drop the gems if you think we could be onto something. Drop the caps if you're like, nah, hell nah. Ain't no fucking deals being made. All right, let me know. It says you can't talk about it with everyone because some can be ignorant if you don't agree. If some says they voted for Kamala, I don't start bashing them. But baby say Trump, yeah, exactly. And where is your membership at, TT Diva? Don't be acting like no green ass jit over here. Get your membership. Some of y'all, I'm looking at y'all need to be, I see some people need to be green up in this mug. Get your green memberships. Let's go. But nah, double tap that screen and get the likes up, y'all. So we're gonna get to that video later. I got a whole bunch to talk about in the receipt folder. I also got a whole bunch of videos tonight. We're gonna be here for no less than 3 hours. I'm gonna be real with y'all. We're gonna be here for a while tonight. So go ahead and get your ice cream, candy, cookies, popcorn, whatever you got tonight. You better go ahead and get it. Get your drink on, mix in, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Roll up your CBD. Let's get this, you know what I'm saying? Hey, ladies, get your husbands out the way and tell them tonight you want to sit down. You tell them Big Ratchet is on. Either you finna go in there and play your PlayStation, or you finna sit down and learn something from the king. Get your man ass the fuck up out of there if he ain't finna listen. All right, now, all right. You already know this the voice that makes the ladies moist. Big Ratchet, RatchetTV, Tone Bot. Y'all ready to get this show started? We took last night off, so we right back with it tonight, y'all. We took last night off, so we gonna pop right back out. All right, so like I said, I got a long list of shit to show y'all tonight, and so how do y'all want to start it? Y'all want to go over through the receipt folder first? Because, you know, I be having some crazy shit in there as well. Or do y'all want to get started on these videos? Which I know how Ratchet Gang always votes on this. So do y'all want to start off with the receipt folder? Or do y'all want to start off with the videos? Let me know in the chat. Spam it. Let's go, because we finna start this show. Tone Bot. All right, let's go. I told you that someone hacked my account. I lost my. Okay, well, we'll speak about it later. We'll talk about it later. For sure, though. Videos, receipts, videos. It said, I called my old lady PlayStation while listening to RatchetTV. Huh? They say, receipt folder. I see folder videos. Okay, I'm seeing more receipts than anything. videos, receipt folder, videos, Trump 2024, salute. All right, how do y'all want to start? Okay, videos. Everybody saying they want to start with the videos. Leash says the folder, receipt folder, receipts. Oh, both. I see a lot of more people that want the folder tonight. I see a lot more people that want the folder tonight. Man. So, damn, okay, they want the folder tonight. All right, so let's go here. Were y'all aware? That Kamala Harris is $20 million in debt? Were y'all aware of that? Who is aware that Kamala Harris was $20 million in debt? And Trump is offering to pay for her expenses. She made a lot of expenses. She made over $1 billion and mismanaged all of her money and all of the funds that now she has not been able to pay her staff. She hasn't been able to pay vendors. She hasn't been able to pay anybody off that she promised to pay. And she's entering some financial struggles here to pay for this campaign that she launched. This expensive campaign that she launched. Man. All right, let's see. Let me get back over here. All right. Salute to V Will for that 20-piece McNugget. Thank you, V Will. Salute. All right. So Kamala Harris, she's entering some financial struggles right now, y'all. How do y'all feel about that? She mismanaged her money due to all of the concerts, all of the promises. But then again, let me ask y'all this question. So you mean to tell me, hold on. So you mean to tell me you got friends like Oprah, Beyonce, hold on, Oprah net worth 2024. Man, I almost punched my damn computer screen right now. Do you know how much money Oprah is worth alone? Y'all know how much money Oprah is worth alone by herself? And this is just off net worth, so you know she got like 10 times this amount. The lady got $3 billion fucking dollars. $3 billion fucking dollars. Beyonce net worth. Beyonce, $800 million. $800 million. Jay-Z. Let's go Jay-Z. $2.5 billion. So you got $6 billion between them three. You got $6 billion between Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Oprah alone. Name somebody else. Who else was rich as hell that was supporting her? Who else? Name somebody else. Hold on. Man. Jennifer Lopez got $400 million. Her and Beyonce got $1 billion together. Over $1 billion, like $1.2 billion together. Jay-Z and Oprah got $3 million and $5.5 million by themselves. Fam, do you know how much money these people got? Taylor Swift net worth. What is Taylor Swift's net worth? Taylor Swift net worth. 1.6 billion. She got 1.6 billion herself. Fam, these people, all these celebrities lined up probably got $20 billion between them. Just the celebrities that she put on at her damn events. So you meaning to tell me between every single one of these celebrities, Kamala can't come up with that money? Let me guess, Kamala, you ready for us to pay for this shit, right? I guess the people who voted for you should pay for it, right? Man. We're going to get to that tonight, too. Kamala Harris campaign struggles with $20 million debt, unable to pay staff and vendors. As the 2024 presidential election continues to unfold, Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign finds itself grappling with significant financial challenges, according to a report from Christopher, however you say that, in California. The bureau chief for Harris campaign is ending the race with a debt of at least $20 million. The claim was shared on X, formerly Twitter, by him, who stated that the campaign had also raised over $1 billion and had reported $118 million in the bank as recently as October 16th, as mentioned in a report by Newsweek. So let me stop right there. So y'all telling me they got $118 million in the bank and she's $20 million in debt. What the fuck does that tell y'all? Tell me, what does that tell y'all? If she is $20 million in debt and she pocketed 118 of 1 billion, what is that telling you? I'll wait. What is that telling y'all? She pocketed 118 million of the 1 billion in her bank account. How she was going to run a country. Yeah, she's mismanaged money. She can't even manage her damn money. So she's not even going broke. She's just not paying motherfuckers. Basically on some Suge Knight shit. They said Harris' campaign debt came in time whenever the election results were indicated at a decisive win for former President Donald Trump. His claim is echoed by others, including whoever that is, Matthew Boyle, and who cited an anonymous source within her campaign. So somebody in her campaign is snitching her out. So basically somebody in the campaign came out to say, bro, she didn't pay us. She's not paying nobody on the staff. And she owns concerts. She owns venues that she was all at, the staff, some of the security. She owes a lot of people a lot of money right now. Kamala Harris got to come out of pocket for some money. She has 118 million of that. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Let's go.
Donald Trump was here in North Carolina. He said he was going to talk about the economy. I think you all watched. You know what I'm about to say. But he offered no serious plans to reduce costs for middle-class families. No plan to expand access to housing or health care. And that, actually, I think for most of us, was not surprising. Because we already know his plans. We know the Project 2025 agenda. So there's a choice in this election. Donald Trump's plans to devastate the middle class, punish working people, and make the cost of living go up for millions of Americans. 2 days ago, Donald Trump...
Right there. Was she telling the truth? Was she dropping gems or was she lying right there? She said Trump was behind Project 2025. I've had some members in my own family tell me Trump is behind 2025. He is going to ruin everything for all of you. You are all paid for everything you just voted for. I hope everybody gets what they voted for. This is what you get for voting for Trump. He is going to ruin everything. This is what they're saying. Man. They said the stock market looks great. Exactly. Everything is looking great right now. It's all looking peachy right now. Oh, just wait. It's coming. Just wait.
Pose it like that. Over the top is okay when you're selling a book. When you all after responses to some of the things that people are. He died. Your husband was forced to defend you at his own conference.
Pokemon go to the polls. President Joe Biden has just announced that he is dropping out of the 2024 presidential race.
We need you to be Kamala of the country. I love Venn diagrams.
Plus has Wi-Fi and even USB outlets. Tails on the bus, go round and round. You think you just fell out of a coconut tree?
Man, we've dodged several bullets over the years. I ain't gonna lie. We've dodged several bullets over the years.
I continue to think we have to make fundamental changes in civil rights. And those civil rights, by the way, include not just only African Americans, but the LGBT community.
He wants to get rid of the ability of Medicare
I did not oppose busing in America. What I opposed is busing ordered by the Department of Education. That's what I oppose.
Making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. With dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if
you will determine.
I mean, fam, do y'all understand when I tell y'all they running a play? Like, something is not right here. Something is so off.
Determine the outcome of this election. Vote, vote, vote. If you're able to vote early in your state, vote early. If you're able to vote in person, vote in person. Vote whatever way is the best way for you, because he cannot stop you.
And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to what we're going to do with more Border Patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look.
So again, I could do a side by side and show you. When the fuck did this happen? Somewhere in 2024, correct?
Poor hubby. Poor hubby. Not.
He knows how to sell right there. Okay.
Whew, child. I mean, man, I could not take this. Oh my God, she sounds like a hyena. That fucking laugh is horrible. I'm sorry, Kamala. That fucking laugh is freaking horrible.
This is supposed to be a debate based on fact and truth. And the truth and the fact is, Joe Biden has been very clear. He will not raise taxes on anybody who makes less than $400,000 a year.
He said he's going to repeal the Trump tax cuts.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Well, wait.
I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said the truth. Joe Biden said twice in the debate last week that he's going to repeal the Trump tax cuts. That was tax cuts that gave the average working family $2,000 in a tax break every single year.
Senator, that is absolutely not true.
Is he only going to repeal part of the Trump tax cuts?
If you don't mind letting me finish, we can then have a conversation, okay?
Please.
Okay. This is supposed to be
now listen to that again.
A debate based on fact and truth. And the truth and the fact is, Joe Biden has been very clear. He will not raise taxes on anybody who makes less than $400,000 a year.
He said he's going to repeal the Trump tax cuts.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Well, wait.
I'm speaking.
It'd be important if you said the truth. Joe Biden said twice in the debate last week that he's going to repeal the Trump tax cuts. That was tax cuts that gave the average working family $2,000 in a tax break every single year. Senator,
that is absolutely not true.
Is he only going to repeal part of the Trump tax cuts?
If you don't mind letting me finish, we can then have a conversation, okay?
Please.
You see, you can't make this type of shit up. The lady don't never know what the hell she talking about. Joe Biden been said what he was going to do. And they just keep on, and it's like, they don't think we're smart enough to see, fam, all we got to do is go back and listen to what you said. Like, it makes perfect fucking sense. If you listen to what the fuck they saying, they going to tell you exactly what the fuck they mean. And they have repeatedly said they not riding with Trump. Trump is the one trying to cut the taxes, but they're making it seem like Trump is the one trying to raise taxes and make everything higher for everybody whenever they made the cost of living higher. It's facts. Trump had everybody eating. As soon as they came into office, everything shot up. Groceries, gas. Maybe I'm wrong here, y'all. Maybe I'm wrong. But maybe some of the room feels like I'm not. I don't know. But it seems like, damn it, gas been expensive. I ain't lying. I don't even like driving because damn gas so high. You know how much it costs to fill up my truck? About $100. It cost me damn near a damn near. If I got an empty tank, I have to pay like damn near $100 or probably 100 or more. I don't even know, man. I'd be like 90. I think it's 90 something dollars. Damn near $100. I'm just saying, fam, gas is expensive. I should not be paying $100 to fill my tank up. There's no way I should be paying $100 to fill my tank up. Oh no, man, you drive a truck. It don't matter, fam. Gas should not be that damn high. It just shouldn't be. Groceries should not be that high. Eggs should not cost no damn $8, $10, fam. No, they shouldn't. Ain't no way in hell eggs cost that damn much. Eggs don't cost that much. Milk don't cost that much. Bread don't cost that much. Do you know what ingredients it takes to make motherfucking bread and how much bread should really cost? You can make bread right at home, right in your stove. You can in your oven, excuse me. Right in your oven, you can make your own bread. I'm just keeping it a buck. And then they don't even let you grow your own crops. Why the hell is we? That's why when you see Orlando Brown running around saying, why the fuck are we paying for grapes? Fam, do you not know they got countries? Think about this. Think about this. I'm finna make perfect sense out of this. And you wanna know about the system and know how they, just think about this for a second. Where the fuck are the banana trees? Where the fuck is the land we could just go pick a tomato up in? Where can we go grab a grape? Where the hell can we see an apple tree? Where the hell can we go pick crops and shit and fruits and vegetables? Where can we can't. They locked them all up from us. How the hell they take away what God gave us? I'm just saying, we got to call a spade, man. We can't go nowhere and get no natural fruits. Everything is chemicals and produced somewhere and locked away, and we can't get shit. You got to pay to have your own crops, man. Come on, dog. You can't grow your own crops.
This is supposed to be a debate.
Oh, my bad.
When I was young, I used to jump for joy and say, oh yeah, Obama, black president, that's so amazing. He's the same color as me. But when I started to do more research, one of the biggest things I was confused about is, well, why is he a Democrat? What is a Democrat? I did more research about the Democrat Party. And sure, you guys are going to pop off about the head saying, oh, there's a party switch in the Southern strategy and all these things.
Which is true.
Which you may say is true. I don't believe it is true at all.
You're
I
wrong.
understand, you may think I'm wrong.
You are.
However, one of the biggest questions I had was, why is Obama in the same party as the people that started the KKK, the same people that voted against the Civil Rights Act, the same people that are on the news talking about how black people aren't able to accomplish anything and need to be on welfare and need to be promoted with affirmative action and things of that nature. When I was young, I used to jump for joy and say,
let's listen to that again. And I want y'all to drop the gems if this is the truth, drop the caps if this is a lie.
oh yeah, Obama, black president, that's so amazing. He's the same color as me.
Salute Black Mac for that 2 pieces. RG4L, soak it up, gang, and hit the like button. Salute for your, that's your third super on the live stream. Thank you, salute.
But when I started to do more research, one of the biggest things I was confused about is, well, why is he a Democrat? What is a Democrat? I did more research about the Democrat Party. And sure, you guys are going to pop off about the head saying, oh, there's a party switch in the Southern strategy and all these things.
Which is true.
Which you may say is true. I don't believe it is true at all.
You're
I
wrong.
understand, you may think I'm wrong.
You are.
However, one of the biggest questions I had was, why is Obama in the same party as the people that started the KKK, the same people that voted against the Civil Rights Act, the same people that are on the news talking about how black people aren't able to accomplish anything and need to be on welfare and need to be promoted with affirmative action and things of that nature.
So I've been trying to tell y'all this for a while now. I've been telling y'all that allegedly, the parties got switched, and somehow, some way, the Democrats became the. Vasilis, you got to get from under my chair, snoring. Come on, stop. So they're saying the Democrats are the evil ones. It's like, the Republicans are the evil ones. When it's like this shit all got switched around. So get the likes up. Salute to Deanna for that 20 piece. I appreciate you, Deanna. Salute. So if you're looking at it from the other way around, it's like, bro, what? Why are they lying to us about everything? What the fuck is this big cover-up?
As a democracy, we know there's a duality to the nature of democracy. I think that there's a duality to the nature of democracy.
The nature of democracy, there's a duality to it. It has two sides to it.
On the one hand, incredible strength.
On the one hand, there's incredible strength.
Oh, it's so strong. What it does for its people to protect and defend their rights, their liberty, and their freedom. In terms of what it does to uphold and protect individual rights and freedom.
In terms of the strength it gives its people and protects in terms of individual freedom.
And incredibly fragile. And it is very fragile.
On the other hand, democracy, extraordinarily fragile. Yeah.
As a democracy.
So as you see, everything is off a damn script. Every single thing that this lady reads is off a script.
What to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this.
Salute Leash for that 5-piece. I appreciate you, Leash. Said likes, loose, double tap. Yeah, y'all double tap that screen and get these likes past 300. Double tap that screen. Let's go. Let's go.
Prices have gone up. And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that bread costs more, that gas costs more. And we have to understand what that means. That's about the cost of living going up. That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources. That's about a source of stress for families that is not only economic, but is on a daily level, something that is a heavy weight to carry. So it is something that we take very seriously. Very seriously. And we know from the history of this issue in the United States that when you see these prices go up, it has a direct impact on the quality of life for all people in our country. So it's a big issue, and we take it seriously. And it is a priority.
What to do to fix this
Okay,
problem?
so let me ask the room. What the hell does she mean by that? What does she mean? All she gave, they asking her, why is this happening? What is up with this inflation? Salute for Keyshawn being a member for 10 months. Salute Big Ratchet and all Mars, Green Team RG for salute Keyshawn. Thank you. Drop the flowers for Keyshawn. But what is the answer to that question? I still don't get why is everything so high? Why is the cost of living higher? You're just saying, okay, well, bread is higher, gas is higher because the cost of living is higher. Okay, well, why is the cost of living higher? What makes the cost of living so high right now in 2024? Can anybody else answer that question for me? Why is the cost of living higher in 2024? I don't know the answer to that question because she won't answer direct questions.
No exhaust, no diesel smell. The bus has Wi-Fi, and even USB outlets next to every seat. I mean, come on, imagine. You can charge your phone on your way home from work. That's good stuff. No exhaust, no diesel smell. The bus has Wi-Fi, and even USB outlets next to every seat. I mean, come on, imagine. You can charge your phone on your way home from work. That's good stuff.
That's the best you could do, Kamala. It's giving us USBs on the bus. USBs.
I want to speak to you tonight about the need for us to lower the temperature in our politics. And to remember, while we may disagree, we are not enemies. We're neighbors. We're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we're fellow Americans. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans quote a clear and present danger to our democracy. I want to speak to you tonight about the need for us to lower the temperature in our politics. And to remember, while we may disagree, we are not enemies. We're neighbors. We're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we're fellow Americans. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic. Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans quote a clear and present danger to our democracy.
Okay, so if you felt like that, why is that's what my point was last time. Why is America not in an uproar right now? I was asking my people this. They was hitting me up, telling me all this crazy stuff. I'm telling my family members crazy. I was like, okay, so where is all the protest at? Oh, they're everywhere. There was one yesterday. I said, oh yeah, where? I don't remember. Oh, okay. Well, you can't tell me more about this. Can you send me the link? Yeah, I'll send it to you right now. Never got it. I was like, okay, so yeah, I haven't. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I'm just saying, bro, if you can only pinpoint one protest, that's telling me everything I fucking need to know. There should be protests all around the motherfucking world. Everybody should be boots to the motherfucking ground. If y'all really felt like this man was a real threat to the democracy, to the world, to the United States, if you really felt like that, there would be a stampede of people that should be stomping around and really standing on 10. You shouldn't even be going to work. You should be going on strike from life right now at this point if you really felt like that. So, man, come on, man. Get up out of here with all that. Y'all can't pinpoint shit.
We're an optimistic people. We are an optimistic people. Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being. Because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are. We're an optimist.
Can someone tell her optimism and dreams do not pay for groceries? So you can be as optimistic and have as many dreams as you want to, but hell, you said we got limited resources. We need to do these groceries lower.
Crimes that you are still charged with. And think of all the civil penalties you have. How many billions of dollars do you owe in civil penalties for molesting a woman in public, of having sex with a porn star while your wife was pregnant? Well, what are you talking about? You have the morals of an alley cat.
Give him that, sir.
I didn't have sex with a porn star.
But we all know that we've still got a lot of work to do. Governor Romney has a perspective that says if we cut taxes, skew towards the wealthy, and roll back regulations, that we'll be better off. I've got a different view. I think we've got to invest in education and training.
It's an honor to be here with you, and I appreciate the chance to be with the president. My plan has 5 basic parts. 1, get us energy independent, North American energy independent. That creates about 4 million jobs. Number 2, open up more trade, particularly in Latin America. Crack down on China if and when they cheat. Number 3, make sure our people have the skills they need to succeed and the best schools in the world. We're far away from that now. Number 4, get us to a balanced budget. Number 5, champion small business.
Is my point proven right here with this? Because my point to prove right now looking at this is, look at the right side. Should have never stepped foot anywhere. I fucking couldn't stand Obama. I'm sorry. They just didn't do anything good to me for America. And I think if you look on the left side, both of these men should have clearly won. Clearly, I think that he would have been way better than Obama if you go back and look at it. And Trump should have beat him the first time, but I'm glad Trump is getting his next term right now. I'm glad, man. I'm proud that we getting another chance to get this right. I'm glad.
Let's talk about the racist rhetoric for a minute. Before Trump ever ran for president, what did the black community know Trump for? Making a shitload of money and fucking with rappers and athletes. From Michael Jackson to Muhammad Ali to Snoop to Tyson, you name it. Every black icon we had was attached to Trump at some point in time. None of y'all called that nigga racist. Y'all didn't even know about the Central Park 5 fucking ad until you ran for president.
And the Central Park shit is with the black niggas and the little girls, right?
Yeah, I got on his ass about that. Yeah, but he said, I thought they was guilty.
Logically,
they admitted guilt.
But but logically, even if we seen that, if the shoe was on the other foot, we'd be in an uproar too about it.
Exactly. If 5 white kids was accused of raping a black woman in a park, and the news said they admitted they were guilty, y'all would have been ready to hang them motherfuckers too.
They wouldn't even have to have admitted it. We just caught wind. Already
guilty. Yeah, we would have went crazy. So let's knock that off. Let's look at what he's actually done. Now let's look at what Kamala's actually done. When have you ever seen her with niggas? When have you ever seen her with the black community? Yeah, she went to Howard University. Who did she marry?
Yeah.
She didn't marry the community. Who did she have kids with? Nobody. She went to be a stepmom for another community. She didn't even go be a stepmom to anybody in the community. Then when she got power, what did she do? Who did she help her power with? Was it our community? Fuck no. She fucked niggas over for years, nigga. I got homies personally who she went after. Y'all reading articles. I know niggas in real life she tried to stretch forever. And these niggas was kids. Just turned 18, 19. Try to get them niggas life over non-violent shit. Like, what are y'all talking about? Who really racist?
Well, read the stats.
Let's run it down.
Who really racist, cuz? Like, let's just be for real, because all this misinformation and this herd mentality, y'all just saying what other people are saying without knowing no facts or no fucking research. Y'all just repeating shit from ill-informed, unintelligent, uneducated people. Not indoctrinated people, uneducated, because college don't make you educated. You're indoctrinated. You learning what the fuck they telling you to learn. You didn't go research shit. You saw somebody on TikTok say some shit that wasn't even fucking true, and you repeated it. Herd mentality. Like, let's be for real here.
And, you know, people, with politics in general and these parties, people really only, like, if you're a Democrat, the only...
What do y'all think about they dropping gems? Are they dropping gems? I ain't like he cooking right now. I'm gonna let him cook.
The thing you focus on from the Republican Party is the negatives. So even if there are a list of positives that you could look at, you're so, like you said, indoctrinated by that party that you're not going to look at them anyway. Same thing for the Republican Party. If both parties probably looked, we would have more of a centered right thing going on. But again, people are only looking for the negatives in each other's parties instead of looking at the positives as well.
Because they going to say her credentials, it makes her more qualified. But just because you have credentials don't mean make you more qualified to be a leader in no type of field.
Let's talk about...
That's true, though. Just because you got more credentials does not make you a better leader. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. It just doesn't. Let's continue. His latest opponent is the sand, they say.
He's playing. He's playing.
He's playing?
Yeah.
So he's playing?
He's trying too hard.
Huh. He's playing.
Man. Are they saying he's playing?
Mr. President!
Mr. President, just a word.
Mr. President, what are you going to say to Trump on Wednesday? Mr. President, what are you going to talk with Trump on Wednesday?
Man.
Did they not forget in 1991 what you did with Nelson Mandela? Would you care to share that?
I never talk about it.
No, you do not.
I don't think it's a narrative the press likes.
Nelson Mandela and 80 of his constituents were trying to come to the United States. The United States government wasn't helping him. No one was helping him. You chartered a 727 plane for their entire trip. And it's crazy because you can talk about anything. Why is it hard for you to talk about the things you've done?
It's something that I love doing it. I don't need praise for it. I don't, we all like a certain level of praise, but I just like helping people.
You donated $100,000 to raise dogs. You're not even a dog guy. Yeah. Explain that.
Well, that's Lara. So I have the wife of Eric. She loves the dogs, and I did that in her honor, actually. And if you listen to her, boy, dogs are treated very badly. Some evil people. So I did that for my daughter-in-law, more so than me. I don't know that much about dogs, but I want to take care of them. And I had an opportunity. You know, as president, you can do a lot of things. And she's a good person, so I did it for her.
Man. So all this bad talk I keep hearing about Trump, I really just, still, to me, I just don't get it, bro. I don't get all the shit that people are saying about him. I'm gonna be real, I just don't get it.
Tuition costs at colleges and universities have been exploding, and I mean absolutely exploding. While academics have been obsessed with indoctrinating America's youth, the time has come to reclaim our once great educational institutions from the radical left, and we will do that. Our secret weapon will be the college accreditation system. It's called accreditation for a reason. The accreditors are supposed to ensure that schools are not ripping off students and taxpayers, but they have failed totally. When I return to the White House, I will fire the radical left accreditors that have allowed our colleges to become dominated by Marxist maniacs and lunatics. We will then accept applications for new accreditors who will impose real standards on colleges once again and once and for all. These standards will include defending the American tradition and Western civilization, protecting free speech, eliminating wasteful administrative positions that drive up costs incredibly, removing all Marxist diversity, equity, and inclusion bureaucrats, offering options for accelerated and low-cost degrees, providing meaningful job placement and career services, and implementing college entrance and exit exams to prove that students are actually learning and getting their money's worth. Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in...
Listen to this, y'all. Are y'all hearing this from Trump? Everything that I've been playing for y'all that he's been telling y'all he's going to do and he's doing, it's changing the world. This stuff should have been done. This stuff should have been done in the past 4 years. This stuff should have gotten done. But listen to what I got more, man. Like, I got a bunch of gems tonight for y'all. Man. Trust me.
Providing meaningful job placement and career services, and implementing college entrance and exit exams to prove that students are actually learning and getting their money's worth.
Now he's going to make kids be held accountable for the next stage of life. Because if you just going to college fucking around and you're not taking life serious, and then you get to the next level and you just, hey, I just used all my parents' money and all the government's money, whatever, I just used all the money that whoever gave me for this tuition and I just fucked it off. Now you're not going to be able to do that no more. Now the kids are being held accountable. Now he wants testing for the kids to say, hey, let me see if you're actually getting your money's worth at school. It's either you're not doing something or the teachers aren't doing something. So somebody got to be held accountable. Both of y'all are going to be held accountable. So if the teachers are not teaching the students or the students aren't learning, we got to figure it out. It's either the students don't care to learn or the teachers are not teaching them correctly. But either way, somebody or both are going to be held accountable. And I rock with that. Let's continue.
Career services, and implementing college entrance and exit exams to prove that students are actually learning and getting their money's worth. Furthermore, I will direct the Department of Justice to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and schools that persist in explicit, unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity will not only have their endowments taxed, but through budget reconciliation, I will advance a measure to have them fined up to the entire amount of their endowment. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now we are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all. We are going to have real education in America. Thank you.
Now we are going to have real education. So bring education. We're going to make education great again. We're going to make everybody pray again. And we're going to make America great again. I'm with it. Are you rocking with that? Drop the gems. If not, drop the caps. If not, drop the caps. Are you agreeing with it or not?
Thing I'll be doing very early in the administration. And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children, because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't do worse. We spend more money.
I told you Washington is done. Let's listen to that again. Washington finna get cooked. I ain't gonna lie.
And one other thing I'll be doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children, because they'll do a much better job of it. You can't do worse. We spend more money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up, all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children. We're going to send it all back to the states. Thank you very much.
So there you go. I told you Washington is all finna lose their jobs. It's gonna be a ghost town out there in Washington real soon. I ain't gonna lie, Trump is finna clean up Washington. He gonna make Washington great again before he get up out of there. He said he moving everything out of Washington, from all the politicians to all the school headquarters, everything. He's taking it all back. He's bringing it all out here to the states, and we gonna all cook. Let's get it, man. Let's continue.
If we don't have free speech, then we just don't have a free country. It's as simple as that. If this most fundamental right is allowed to perish, then the rest of our rights and liberties will topple, just like dominoes, one by one. They'll go down. That's why today I'm announcing my plan to shatter the left-wing censorship regime and to reclaim the right to free speech for all Americans. And reclaim is a very important word in this case because they've taken it away. In recent weeks, bombshell reports have confirmed that a sinister group of deep state bureaucrats, Silicon Valley tyrants, left-wing activists, and depraved corporate news media have been conspiring to manipulate and silence the American people. They have collaborated to suppress vital information on everything from elections to public health. The censorship cartel must be dismantled and destroyed, and it must happen immediately. As of my inauguration, I will sign an executive order banning any federal department or agency from colluding with any organization, business, or person to censor, limit, categorize, or impede the lawful speech of American citizens. I will then ban federal money from being used to label domestic speech as mis- or disinformation.
Now that one I like. Now all that stuff, that misinformation that they've been trying to do with people, oh no, that's misinformation. No. Ain't no more of that. He ain't no more misinformation. He's stopping it. I'm rocking with what Trump has got going on. He said you can speak freely in America. You got a such thing as a freedom of speech. Ain't gonna be no such thing as, oh, that's just misinformation. We can't have that, man. We got to take that down because that's misinformation. They said fix the tube so people can say what they want. Hey, Chance, you know I can't say certain shit, but yeah, you know I'm with it. I'm rocking with that. So as soon as he gets inaugurated, I can't wait because we turning up. Oh, we turning up on Inauguration Day.
And I will begin the process of identifying and firing every federal bureaucrat who has engaged in domestic censorship, directly or indirectly, whether they are the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Health, Human Services, the FBI, the DOJ, no matter who they are. Second, I will order the Department of Justice to investigate all parties involved in the new online censorship regime, which is absolutely destructive and terrible, and to aggressively prosecute any and all crimes identified. These include possible violations of federal civil rights law, campaign finance laws, federal election law, securities law, and antitrust laws, the Hatch Act, and a host of other potential criminal, civil, regulatory, and constitutional offenses.
What are y'all thinking about this right now? Double tap the screen if you rocking with what Trump has going on. Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel. What do y'all think about what he's doing right here? I'm showing y'all about the Bible, how he wants to go back and make everybody get their Bibles in the house and pray. He wants everyone to speak about God. He wants there to be a freedom of speech when it comes to God. He wants everyone to have a freedom of speech when it comes to everything. As Americans, he's saying we should be free to speak and say whatever we want, and that misinformation stuff has to stop. The kids got to go to school and learn something from now on. He wants kids to go to school. He wants them to learn. He wants the teachers to be held accountable. He wants police officers held accountable. He wants us, if it's us on the other side of the law, he wants everybody to be held accountable. I'm rocking with it so far. I like everything that Trump is doing. There's nothing I can say. I'm just disagreeing with nothing. I rock with everything he's saying he's going to do. I rock with everything. I think Trump is about to change America and make America the greatest that it's ever been. That's just my opinion. Let's continue. Let him cook.
To assist in these efforts, I am urging House Republicans to immediately send preservation letters, and we have to do this right now, to the Biden administration, the Biden campaign, and every Silicon Valley tech giant, ordering them not to destroy evidence of censorship. Third, upon my inauguration as president, I will ask Congress to send a bill to my desk revising Section 230 to get big online platforms out of censorship business. From now on, digital platforms should only qualify for immunity protection under Section 230 if they meet high standards of neutrality, transparency, fairness, and non-discrimination. We should require these platforms to increase their efforts to take down unlawful content such as child exploitation and promoting terrorism, while dramatically curtailing their power to arbitrarily restrict lawful speech. Fourth, we need to break up the entire toxic censorship industry that has arisen under the false guise of tackling so-called mis- and disinformation. The federal government should immediately stop funding all nonprofits and academic programs that support this authoritarian project. If any U.S. university is discovered to have engaged in censorship activities or election interferences in the past, such as flagging social media content for removal of blacklisting, those universities should lose federal research dollars and federal student loan support.
Man, are y'all hearing what he is cooking right now? Do y'all not understand what this means for people in the media, people like me, people like anybody? It don't even matter who you name. I mean, do you not know what this means for us? It means for you, me, everybody on the internet from here on out. It means a lot, brother. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue to let them cook. Tell me in the chat what y'all thinking.
For a period of 5 years and maybe more, we should also enact new laws laying out clear criminal penalties for federal bureaucrats who partner with private entities to do an end run around the Constitution and deprive Americans of their First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights. In other words, deprive them of their vote. And once you lose those elections, and once you lose your borders like we have, you no longer have a country. Furthermore, to confront the problems of major platforms being infiltrated by legions of former deep staters and intelligence officials, there should be a 7-year calling off period before any employee of the FBI, CIA, NSA, DNI, DHS, or DOD is allowed to take a job at a company possessing vast quantities of U.S. user data. Fifth, the time has finally come for Congress to pass a digital Bill of Rights. This should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online downloads,
listen to that again.
Should include a right to digital due process. In other words, government officials should need a court order to take down online content, not send information requests such as the FBI was sending to Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific
Man, hold up. This shit means, man, I told y'all Trump was going to come clean all this shit up. Now he's protecting all the content creators. Trump is protecting all of the content creators. No president has ever done this. He's saying you can't get your content took down. They can't take your channel down. They can't do none of this stuff no more. They got to tell you when it's happening. If they put you under a list of stuff if they put you on that list, you got to be informed now that you're on that list and why. They can't just put you on the list and just take your stuff and remove it and do something with you and put you in the shadows. They can't do none of it no more. You got to be held accountable. If you going to do it to them, you better let them know it's happening and you better let them know why so they got a chance to clean it up. You can't just take this from them. They got a freedom of speech. They got a freedom with their content. Man, this is going to be, I love America. God bless America. Throw them American flags up.
To Twitter. Furthermore, when users of big online platforms have their content or accounts removed, throttled, shadow banned, or otherwise restricted, no matter what name they use, they should have the right to be informed that it's happening, the right to a specific explanation of the reason why, and the right to a timely appeal. In addition, all users over the age of 18 should have the right to opt out of content moderation and curation entirely and receive an unmanipulated stream of information if they so choose. The fight for free speech is a matter of victory or death for America and for the survival of Western civilization itself. When I am president, this whole rotten system of censorship and information control will be ripped out of the system at large. There won't be anything left. By restoring free speech, we'll begin to reclaim our democracy and save our nation. Thank you, and God bless America.
God bless America. Can I get 100 people who support Trump to double tap that screen to get these likes up if you haven't already? If you have not already, if you just now coming in here, double tap that screen for me right now. Just double tap your screen if you are rocking with no more censorship in America from here on out. Trump is going to eliminate censorship on all aspects of media. It don't matter if you're just speaking to somebody in general. If you're on social media, he's protecting content creators. Everybody who has a voice, he's protecting you. If you got a voice, if you got a platform, if you got a nice platform, and people like they want to try to control what you say. So RatchetTV gets to go uncensored in 2025. Oh, you telling me Big Ratchet and the Ratchet Gang under no censorship in 2025? Oh, okay. We cooking. Thank you, President Trump. I appreciate you, President Trump, man. Hey, look, I told y'all I love President Trump for a reason. I knew he was going to protect us out here, man. You know what I'm saying? In all ways of life.
I don't know if y'all
man.
heard, but Kamala Harris is $20 million in debt. She raised $1 billion in her campaign, yet she still finds herself with $20 million in debt. Donald Trump is offering to help pay down that debt because his campaign had money left over. That's what he is intending to do. Now, I do have a few other options that might be helpful for Kamala during this difficult time. Option 1, we can send her $750. Option 2, we can collect all the money possible to help and then send it to Ukraine. And my last option would just be, hear her out, see what she has to say about how this could have possibly happened.
If they just say all of us send her $750, I bet not send her $150. I bet not send her 150 pennies. I ain't sending shit.
Mismanage of all this money. And then just tell her how we grew up in a middle-class family and we really liked the lawns of all of our neighbors. That might be helpful. And an honorable mention, could just possibly ask Oprah Winfrey or Taylor Swift to pay for it. What do you guys think she might prefer?
I'm not going to, I don't give a damn who pay for it. I could just tell you who one person in this motherfucker who won't be paying for it, and that's a Big Ratchet. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Did Donald Trump make a mistake when he chose J.D. Vance?
And this one got this damn song in it, so I got to be real careful with this song because, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to have to keep pausing it. So we could play this one, or I could, you know what, I'm going to probably save this for the end. I'll probably save that one for the end of the show because that damn song and that shit's gone.
People did not choose grocery prices over your human rights. People chose grocery prices over your delusions that your rights were being taken away in the first place. Nobody is taking away your rights. Trump was already president and he didn't take away gay marriage. He didn't enact a national abortion ban. So stop scolding working class people because they didn't prioritize your delusions over their ability to put food on the table. The people who talk so much about privilege don't seem to understand what a privileged position it is to be in, to be able to prioritize your own delusions that your rights are being taken away, to be able to prioritize that over your ability to put food on the table. I see so many people doing anything but reflecting on why the Democrat Party's message was such a resounding failure with the American people this election cycle. This was a sweeping red wave because people are tired of prioritizing fake issues. People are tired of coddling adults who demand that everybody prioritize their feelings over everyone else's ability to feed themselves.
What do y'all think about that? And it's time, like, I just think we're at a time where everybody's going to start being held accountable. I just agree with it. Everybody is going to start being held accountable for everything that they do, and I agree with that.
Plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will...
Hold on, day one. This is day one, y'all. Listen to this again. This is an important message from Trump, from President Donald J. Trump.
Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. A process that includes giving kids puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this? I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children.
You know why he's saying it's unforgivable? Do y'all know why he's saying that is just unforgivable, and any doctor who did it is done? Every doctor who did it against a minor, there is nothing against no one. We love everybody. He's saying minor children. This should have never happened because it's unforgivable. Why? Why is that unforgivable? Can anybody in the room tell me why Mr. Trump is saying that's unforgivable? I need 50 more people who support Trump to double tap that like button right there. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen to get the likes up if you haven't already. We need 500 likes. So thank you, President Trump, for saving our children. Do y'all understand why he's saying someone said it's irreversible? No, yes, that's true, but that's not what the word I'm looking for. Can anybody in here tell me why he is saying it's unforgivable? The first person that says it, I'm going to send you $10 on Cash App. First person who says it. Someone says, blasphemy. You're real close, y'all, son. You're real close. It's not of God. Tier Dutre, I don't know how to say your name. Contact me on Instagram or TikTok, one of the two. Just DM me on Instagram, preferably. DM me on Instagram. It's RatchetTV, and I'm going to send you $10. There you go. He's trying to say, yeah, unholy. There you go. It's not of God. He's trying to tell y'all, bro, like you ruin these kids. It's unforgivable. What you did, you fucked them over, bro. Like what you did with them kids. Now look, everybody else, if once you get 18, you got to mind your own. My boy, my girl, I can't tell you nothing. Hey, to each their own. Do what you do. Just get right with the man before it's too late. I don't know what to tell nobody about nothing they've done or don't do. I can't tell nobody. I'm not the judge of none of that shit. Only thing I can say is, you just read that book. That book going to be very telling. If you go against the book, once the time is up, I don't know what's going to happen. It just is what it is, man. But we're going to pray for you.
The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally hospital doctors who have terminated from or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination and the elimination of federal funding. As part of our new credentialing body for teachers, we will promote positive education about the nuclear family, the roles of mothers and fathers, and celebrating rather than erasing the things that make men and women different and unique. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. The bill will also make clear that Title IX prohibits men from participating in women's sports, and we will protect the rights of parents from being forced to allow their minor child to assume a gender which is new and an identity without the parents' consent. The identity will not be new, and it will not be without parental consent. No serious country should be telling its children that they were born with the wrong gender, a concept that was never heard of in all of human history. Nobody's ever heard of this, what's happening today. It was all when the radical left invented it just a few years ago. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
He's saying that's over, dog. So y'all can cancel Christmas if you think that shit going on. This will be the last Christmas that shit go on. That's what Mr. President Trump is saying. He's saying that it's up and it's stuck, and he ain't letting up on that. So I agree with everything he's saying, and I think the LGBTQ plus community also agrees with it, because I've been seeing a lot of people from the community. They've been speaking all over the internet, and I haven't really seen too much negative about Trump these days. They're actually, I think that community is very, very happy with some of the stuff that Trump has been doing. But let's continue. Like I said, we expose every side and every angle, so let's talk about something.
Hey, look, they gave me 5 minutes to say a few things, so if I offend anybody tonight, I don't give a shit. How many pounds of fentanyl didn't make in this country to kill Americans? How many known suspected terrorists didn't make it in the country? How many billions of dollars did the cartels make? President Trump is one badass president. He secured the border at a level we've never seen before. And I got a message to the millions of illegal aliens that's been released into the United States under this administration. Don't get too comfortable. We're going to need some help. Do I have any volunteers that want to come back and help run the biggest deportation operation in the history of this nation? In January of 25, the greatest president of my lifetime walking back in the White House. He tells me we got, I say 120 days. He says, no, you got 60 to lock the border down. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I told the president. He comes back, I come back, we fix this shit.
Oh, shit. They saying that the borders are about to be sealed. Mexico is actually rocking with us on the other side. They're like, hey, we cool with it too. They finna seal up the borders. That shit is done. Matter of fact, allegedly, Joe Biden was the one who allowed 6,000 immigrants in, and was it 4,000? I think it was 4,000 immigrants in, just to give them citizenship, because he knew that he wasn't going to be able to get the African-American vote and certain other votes. So he was trying to replace the votes with the people that he gave citizenship to real quick. But it didn't go down. But he was definitely trying to get 4,000 citizenships out there. And they're trying to allegedly take away jobs from us and give to, people that.
If Trump wins, this guy is going to be back running the border. And I want to remind you guys who this guy is. When he sat down with AOC and AOC tried to grill him.
Yeah.
And watch what happened to AOC when she tried to grill a man who knows the law.
You'll hear the
Go ahead and watch it. It's just entertaining. Go ahead.
Recommendation of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested with a child.
Bartender.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
What?
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. And so the
That's the part.
recommendation.
So this guy, Tom Homan, is one of the most feared men when it comes down to this, because he knows the law. And to be a guy like that, you have to be as strong as he is to run it. If Trump gets elected, this guy's protecting your border.
How do y'all feel about the man that will be protecting the border, which is him right here? How do you guys feel about him? Because this is the part. What do y'all think about this? Because this is the guy who is saying he agrees with the kids being separated from their families. Now, let's put it this way. He's saying in his defense, if you are crossing over here or you're over here illegally and you get caught, then, I mean, it is what it is at that point. Just like if an American citizen was to be riding around in a car and they got a DUI and they had a small child in the car with them, would they not get separated from their parents at that point? You would have to. I mean, you just committed an illegal crime with a minor around you. So that means you will be separated from the minor at some point. I mean, that's just the way it goes. You shouldn't be, he's saying you shouldn't be over here illegally then. If you're over here illegally, then you just run the risk of it happening to you. And if you're not over here legally, hey, we not separate nobody from their families, but as long as you're over here legally, but you got to do it the right way. If you don't do it the right way, then it is what it is. We can't control what happens. And I agree with it. I can't say I don't agree with it. Some people don't like them because of that.
You know what? I'm getting pissed off. It's been 72 hours since Trump been elected, and we are not getting what we voted for. We're not.
We're not getting what we voted for. I'm going to say y'all don't even know what she's finna say, but I agree with her. We ain't got what we voted for yet.
And I'm pissed about it. I'm pissed because
tell her why.
I could have sworn that these celebrities and these women on The View and all these places said that if we voted Trump in, that they was going to leave the country.
They did.
And now I saw that the View, they showing up in black dresses just to mourn the president election, Trump being elected. That is not what y'all promised us. Y'all said that if we voted for Trump, that they will leave the country, and y'all ain't boarded a plane yet. And I'm getting frustrated. Trump, you got to do something about this, because I thought our vote was going to count. We did vote for that. That's what they not understanding. We voted for y'all to leave the country.
I did. Didn't y'all, wasn't that the part of the reason why y'all, didn't you vote also? We definitely represent Trump, but didn't you also vote to get these motherfuckers? You said you want to go, right? We gonna help you. We gonna also, this vote counts for that. I thought the vote counted for that. I was aware that everyone in this room that voted for Trump, they would get The View. I thought we was gonna get The View out in Canada or somewhere. I didn't know where it was coming from. France. I don't know where. Anywhere but here. You gotta go. I thought you said you was gone. There's so many celebrities that said, man, if he gets in that office, bro, I'm dipping. I'm gone. Well, we voted for that. Raise your hand if you want them gone.
I thought that I would be seeing airlines being, filled up. Tickets would be hard to get because all the celebrities, all of Hollywood, all of these politicians, these journalists that said that if you get elected, that they was going to board the plane and leave. I can't no more. Our vote ain't counting already, y'all. I guess maybe I'll give them another week, but time is ticking. Get on the plane. All right.
Yeah, I want to get them gone, man. So whatever we got to do to get those, particularly those ladies from The View, they ass got to go. I'm gonna be real. They got to go.
Tough break for Cammy, huh?
Okay, so this is the one. This is a AI. This is just a what if. All right, this is just a what if moment. So I want everybody to think about this as what if, right? What if this phone call really did take place and it went a little bit like this?
Tough break for Cammy, huh?
You just started a war.
No, I just finished one.
I am going to do everything in my power to end you.
Listen here, I've been around a lot longer than you.
Yeah, no shit.
You never understood how this really works. You were always a good soldier for them, but not me. I didn't get plucked out of nowhere like you did. I spent 40 years hiding skeletons for those fucks.
I knew you were fucking stupid, but this is insane. You really don't know the enemies you just made. We are going to erase you from history.
Oh, like I give a fuck. I've made my bed. I'll lay in it. I know my family is protected. How about yours? How long do you think before investigations start? How long do you think you'll stay useful to them? Besides, give yourself some credit. You were the one that dared him to run, but now I gave him the Oval Office. How about you?
Joe, what the fuck did you do?
I don't remember. I'm just a crazy old man, right?
Did you make a deal with him?
Like I said, my family's protected. Hold on, I got someone who wants to talk to you.
Hello, Barry. It's been quite a long time, hasn't it?
This isn't fucking over.
I'm not an idiot, Barry. I just play one on TV.
Man. What y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? That's like I said, it's a what if. What if, right? What if that conversation took place and it went like that? What if that conversation took place and it went a little bit like that? How y'all feeling about that? What would y'all think if that conversation took place and it went a little bit like that? Let's keep it a big buck. Where we at on the likes, man? We need 20 likes. We got 130 on the screen. Come on, we 70 away from 2 honey buns. Let's get them 2 honey buns on the screen. Also, let's get 20 people to hit that like button on that video. What do y'all think about that conversation if it went down like that? How would y'all feel about that? Sounds like an episode of Scandal. It said AI in 10 years will be scary. Nah, facts. It's already scary, but it's going to take over the entire world. Now, listen to this, what I'm going to tell y'all. You know why Trump is so keen on Elon Musk being a part of his entourage? And Elon Musk is going to be and is a part of Trump's entourage. So check this out. Elon Musk can solve any problem, technology-wise. Salute to Tanya, Queen Tanya, for that 5-piece on Cash App. Salute. This dude is going to create some of the, when he already has, but he's going to continue to create some of the best technology that we've ever seen. His creations are going to take away so many jobs. His robots can go to work for you. They can bag groceries. They can fix cars. They can cook dinner. They can walk dogs. They can take phone calls. They can change tires. They can do your chores. They can do whatever. So these robots that are about to come out are going to take away so many jobs. Why would I have to hire... Vasilis, can you please get from under my chair? Go lay down. Go lay down over there. Move. He just keep laying under my chair snoring. My bad, y'all. Well, can y'all imagine in a couple years when all of these robots come and they take everyone's jobs, allegedly? Because allegedly the robots can do anything. And why would I have to hire somebody to do something? And they're gonna get sleepy. A robot isn't. They're gonna get tired. Robots aren't. They're gonna want to get paid. Robots aren't. So I might as well create robots to do these jobs and eliminate. And I can save myself a lot of money. I can save myself a whole bunch of money to just have the robots work for me. Shit, fuck that. I mean, it makes perfect fucking sense, doesn't it? So it's going to be a lot of useless jobs out there pretty soon. In about the next 15, 20 years, you're going to see.
Do you know why
You better learn a trade or something. Let's continue.
Do you know why bodyguards keep their hands in this awkward position? On Trump's victory parade after winning the elections, there was this suspicious guy in the back that held his hands static in this awkward position. Another one can be seen with the same hand placement and posture at the beginning of the parade. This specific hand positioning can also be seen on Jeff Bezos's bodyguard, as well as multiple King Charles's security guards on his meeting with the public of London. This pattern can't be a coincidence, right? That's because it isn't. Bodyguards of high-profile people such as Donald Trump and King Charles use the so-called hands-ready posture. It's a method where they use fake rubber hands in one of the sleeves, while their real hand is hidden under the jacket firmly gripped to a weapon for quick access. Their jackets were purposely made as oversized and loose, so when a threat is detected, they can quickly take it off and expose their arsenal. So next time you see a bodyguard in this exact position, keep in mind that there is a high chance a weapon is pointed directly at you.
Hey, you better stay away from Donald Trump, man. That dude got them people. You see them fake hands up in there. Them ain't even real hands on these men. These not even real hands.
Do you know why?
Buck. Oh my bad, I just played that. But let's continue.
You guys, Trump just announced that under his administration, all of IVF treatment will be covered and mandated to be covered by insurance. This is huge. This is gonna change. Like, I just got chill bumps. Anyone that has been through the process or hasn't been through the process because of how expensive, complicated the insurance is, your insurance premiums, and all of these complicated things to make sure they get their money. He just came out and said that he's going to mandate that they pay for it. Here's the video.
Today in a major statement that under the Trump administration, your government will pay for, or your insurance company will be mandated to pay for, all costs associated with IVF treatment, fertilization for women, IVF treatment. Because we want more babies, to put it very nicely. And for this same reason, we will also allow new parents to deduct major newborn expenses from their taxes, so that parents that have a beautiful baby will be able. So we're pro-family. Nobody's ever said that before. But the IVF treatments are expensive. It's very hard for many people to do it and to get it. But I've been in favor of IVF.
So what do y'all think about that? Again, Trump, the women said they were losing the rights, but it's looking like he's giving things to the women. It's looking like a lot of people have been misinformed about Trump, Mr. President Donald Trump. A lot of people have been misinformed, dog, and it's getting sad because the more I open up about this, the more you begin to see Trump is not as bad as people are trying to make him out to be, dog. This only started because he wanted to be president and because he won the election. Once he decided to run, that's the moment everyone came for him. Before that, he had every friend in the industry who all wanted to be cool with him because he was a dope-ass businessman and everybody wanted to be attached to him. Now, nobody wants nothing to do with him simply because the media made it that way because he became president and ran for president.
We learned two things about Kamala this election. She's good at raising money and she's good at blowing it. But money can't buy you elections, especially when you spend it like she did. She raked in more than $1 billion. And is somehow now in debt. The Washington Examiner dug through her financial statements and gave us a good clue why. Kamala's campaign was getting whacked like a piñata while D.C. leeches hoovered up all the cash. She spent over $50 million on payroll. Trump's campaign spent less than 10. Another $12 million went to consultants, and $20 million went to their little concerts with Lady Gaga, Katy Perry,
So you $20 million in debt because of your concerts. There it go right there. Had you not done one concert, you would have that $20 million. You would have $0 in debt. You decided to go with these damn weird ass concerts that no one else wanted. Come on, man. Listen to this.
Trump's campaign spent less than 10. Another $12 million went to consultants, and $20 million went to their little concerts with Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Christina Aguilera, John Bon Jovi, remember him? They even had to cancel a performance by Alanis Morissette because they were running low on cash. Isn't that ironic?
I told you they couldn't pay nobody no more. They started going broke. They couldn't pay nobody. They wasted over $1 billion on nothing. $13 million in consultant fees? What? $50 million in that those expenses you paying your people. Like Trump paid 10, you paid 50. How is that possible?
Campaign insiders are mad at the bosses for wasting donor money on concerts instead of ads about, the economy. Quote, they said they were spending to zero. I guess they overshot zero. Ads would have gone a lot further than the pricey celebrity endorsements. One campaign source said people were concerned about their own financial issues, not Oprah telling them America won't exist. But it worked out nicely for Oprah. She got her friend Kamala to pay her $1 million to interview her in September. $1 million.
There go where $1 million went right there. $1 million went for, she paid Oprah $1 million so Oprah could interview her. Didn't I tell y'all she was handpicking everybody and she's trying to pay off the interviewers, man, so to be in her favor?
Now, if she thought she was saving democracy, she should have done it for free.
And why did Oprah need $1 million when she got $3 billion? That's supposed to be your homegirl, right? She really believes in you for to be a president. She should have did that shit for free. That should have been on GP right there. Like, I got you. Don't even worry about it. Come sit on my couch. We good. Don't even worry about that. We good. I want to see you win. Nah, you want money just like we're those motherfucking kids in Maui. I'm so sick of your big back ass. I can't stand either one of y'all motherfuckers, to be real, but especially you, Oprah. Can't stand your ass. Show is ugly.
Kamala scared donors by calling Trump a dictator, got $1 billion, then just gave it to her friends and blew the rest on being a diva. Kamala went on a podcast, remember Call Her Daddy? But she didn't want to go to their studio in LA. So she made the host fly to DC and used campaign cash to...
It said Kamala spent 6 figures building a fake podcast set. So she was doing a fake podcast right here. Come on, man. Just look at this.
Should have done it for free. Kamala scared donors by calling Trump a dictator, got $1 billion, then just gave it to her friends and blew the rest on being a diva. Kamala went on a podcast.
Hold on. He said she got $1 billion and just gave it to her friends. That's some shit she did, though. That's the fucked up shit she did. She got $1 billion from the people and just gave it to her rich friends. But y'all are talking about Trump. He just wants to make the rich richer. What the fuck did she do? She just got Oprah just got $1 million. Cardi B just got 6 figures. Beyonce just got $1 million. All of these ladies she making her rich friends richer. What are you talking about?
Remember Call Her Daddy? But she didn't want to go to their studio in LA. So she made the host fly to DC and used campaign cash to build a fake set in a hotel room. She spent more than $100,000 to build it. That set, see it? 2 chairs, a coffee table, and a bookshelf.
So, this is where y'all money went. Right here. And they in a hotel room, which I'm pretty sure that's the hotel little coffee table. And they got 2 hotel chairs. This came in the hotel room. These are hotel chairs. Anyone who's been in an expensive hotel knows these are hotel chairs. And this is a hotel setup. All they did was hook some microphones up to the little side tables. That's all they did was get some end tables from the other side of the hotel room, grab the hotel chairs that was on the desk. They've got a dual, what is it, like a dual room that comes with like 2 desks. So you just grab, hey man, let's just grab the fucking chair right here. We just hook the end table up right here, hook the microphone up to the end chairs, and we got a podcast set up right here. And then we just throw the little flowers in the background, throw a couple of little, just grab all the pictures from the hotel and line them up. And then we'll just Call Her Daddy. We'll just put that right there. Man, get this goofy cheap shit on. Kamala, you paid $100,000 to do this? No, you paid the hotel fee to do this and bought the microphones. Everything else you pocketed.
That's 6 figures.
Allegedly.
Now, we looked at the set. We probably could have done it for around $6,000. That's without labor. But where'd the rest of the money go? We don't know. So she's still trying to soak folks for cash. 24 hours after the election, on Wednesday, Democrats got a text from the campaign. Urgent. We need help. Donate now.
Yep.
Help with what? You lost. If this is how she's going to spend her donors' dollars, imagine what she would have done with our taxes.
Again, you keep thinking what you want to think, but these are facts. How did she go broke like this? See, you ask her supporters this today. What happened to all that damn money? Oh, no, man, she needed the money, man. Come on, man. She had to have Beyonce. She couldn't have did it without a shut up. Y'all just want to find a reason to support the lady.
So Kamala Harris's campaign is now $20 million in debt, even though she raised $1 billion. This is a person who completely outperformed her opponent month over month in terms of what she raised. Forbes even said that she outperformed him by 5-1 when it came to last minute donors. But her campaign, even though they raised $1 billion, her campaign is now $20 million in debt. She relied so heavily on multimillionaires and billionaires like Oprah Winfrey to come out and support her and endorse her that she didn't roll out policies sufficient enough for the American people. I cannot believe how disconnected with reality her campaign is and how delusional the Democratic Party is to think that people are going to ignore everything that they are experiencing, the high grocery bills, the high gas prices, all of those things they are experiencing. And because a billionaire like Oprah Winfrey or an actress like Julia Roberts tells you to vote for Kamala Harris, you're going to vote for Kamala Harris. I actually saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free. The only reason these celebrities like Magic Johnson, Oprah Winfrey, Beyonce, the only reason these celebrities took time out of their day to attend a rally and encourage us, the American people, to vote for Kamala Harris is because they have been paid, and it looks like they have been paid millions upon millions of dollars to do so. That's the only reason they did it. I don't even believe that some of the celebrities who endorse Kamala Harris are voting for Kamala Harris. Some of them are probably secret Trump supporters. They just get on stage and say they're voting for Kamala Harris just so they can collect a check. I don't know about anybody else, but I have never had a celebrity show up and pay my bills month after month. So I'm not going to take advice from a celebrity on who I should vote for. And it also makes me wonder about Kamala Harris's so-called middle-class background. Come from the middle class, and your mother had to save up to buy a house, all this stuff, and you can't manage $1 billion budget? Who voted for Kamala Harris, you should take comfort in knowing that this person will not be running the United States of America. Because in my opinion, to blow through $1 billion budget and have a $20 million deficit is only due to gross incompetence. And before anybody asks about Donald Trump's campaign, I can pretty much guarantee you this. If his campaign had a $20 million deficit, people would be talking about it.
Oh no, that's facts. If Donald Trump right now had 20 million, if he got $1 billion, let's just flip the script. Let's say Trump was up there with concerts and Trump had all this stuff going on, all these weird ass fees, and then he got $1 billion from the people, which he didn't get nowhere near that. But if he got $1 billion from the people and then just screwed over the $1 billion and ended up being 20 million in debt, man, it would be story upon story of people exposing Trump for doing it. They would, man, it wouldn't be no way in hell people would not be talking about that today.
So Kamala Harris,
there's no way that people would not be talking about today. My bad, about that today, man.
Now they're petrified, but this is the least of their worries. Here's why. Donald Trump can sue every single FBI agent who stepped foot on Mar-a-Lago, personally and right now. Every lawyer on Trump's payroll should be executing a lawsuit against every agent who stepped foot on Trump's personal property, including little Mr. Alan Kohler. Here's how. The legal precedent to sue the FBI agents and officials individually is in a 1971 Supreme Court case called Bivens versus 6 unknown named agents. Bivens allows Trump to sue the FBI agents. One miserable agent, director, assistant director, and water boy at a time. And by the way, want to guess why these FBI looters don't want an unredacted affidavit out there for all to see? It's because they sought a general warrant.
Salute to Jess B for that 5-piece McNugget. She said, keep cooking, King. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute. And y'all make sure to support the channel. Double tap the screen, subscribe to the channel, send a super chat, a super sticker, Cash App, $ RatchetTV. It's all love, y'all. Make sure you flood that screen up with the super chats. Let's go.
To grab anything, they had to lie and omit to the judge. And the hot light of day quivers on the horizon. Blank check police state general warrants are absolutely forbidden under U.S. law. If you need that reminder, FBI, and I want you to listen to me right now, the Fourth Amendment was written to counter what you did at Mar-a-Lago to Trump. The much-hated general warrant used and abused by the rotten British Crown was one of the sparks that set off our independence from a corrupted, elitist, debt-strapped empire. It's our understanding Donald Trump is spending $4 million a week on legal fees as of today. Imagine him leveraging those $4 million a week against individual agents of the FBI.
Salute to Leash for that 5-piece. Salute, Leash. I appreciate you. Salute, salute, salute.
That can happen starting today. Watch the dominoes fall.
Trump is about to sue the FBI. Every agent who tried to do what they did to him is about to get
Mr. Homan.
It's about to be a lot of people losing jobs. I'm going to be real. A lot of people finna lose jobs. Washington finna get shut down. Trump is coming for everybody.
Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommend a zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Salute Sick With It for that 20 piece. Says, salute King, thank you for being here. Salute to Sick With It for that 20 piece. Salute, salute, salute.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay.
Salute to V Will. I appreciate you for that. Said King is cooking. Tap the like button, gang. It's free. Salute to V Will for that 10 piece. Salute, salute, salute. So this lady tried to cook and got cooked. She got cooked because, I mean, come on, dog. I just went over that a minute ago. A lot of people going against that man. Oh, he's going to be in control of your borders. You really want him in control of you? Yes, we do. We definitely want him in control of our borders because that man is zero tolerance, and he's warning you, if you get caught doing anything illegal and you're not from here, it don't matter. You might just end up getting separated from your kid. Well, it's more than likely you will. You shouldn't have came over here illegally, so you're going to go back how you go back. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen. But you should have knew that before you put that kid into danger. You should have never did what you did. And I agree with it, man. Maybe y'all don't, but I think he should be protecting our borders. Now, this is a very important message for another group of people who never get to be heard because, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reasons. But we'll talk about another group of people right here. Let's get into this. This is deep right here.
Man, I'm literally sitting here crying because I get it. I'm outside of the church house right now waiting on somebody, and it got me thinking, you know, they tried really hard in Pennsylvania. Kamala Harris got all these celebrities to come to Pennsylvania, and they went and held these rallies in Pennsylvania, and you heard Trump said, if we win Pennsylvania, we win the whole thing.
Okay, so I want to ask y'all, if Pennsylvania was so important, which group of people in Pennsylvania did Kamala Harris's camp ignore? Which group of people in Pennsylvania did Kamala Harris and her camp ignore? And this is the true reason why they lost the election, because they lost Pennsylvania. There you go, Ellie. There you go, Ellie. Let's continue.
And the Democratic Party was targeting voting blocks. The gays, the blacks, the Latinos, the white man, the women, all the voting blocks they were attacking. They had Obama come out, and they were going into Pittsburgh, and they were going into Philadelphia, and they were pounding, Pennsylvania, we need Pennsylvania.
Double tap that like button if you know what's going on. If you know what group of people and you support that group of people, go ahead and double tap that screen right there to get the likes.
But then God showed up.
God showed up for Trump, and I continue to say Trump is doing God's work right now. He's cleaning up for God right now. Let's go.
See, out of all the voting blocks that they were looking at and counting, they forgot one voting block. They thought that they had, all the American people sewed up, but they forgot a group of Americans that has long been forgotten. The Amish. The Amish has never voted in any campaign ever. And you would think for the first time for them as a community to vote, it'd be, some would trickle in because others just are totally against government. They don't want to participate in it. So they would slowly trickle in. No, that's not what happened. They showed up in droves. It looked like a battalion of Amish people, horse and buggy with Trump flags flying. I wanted to cry when I seen them buggies coming down that road with the Trump flags on it. Buggy after buggy after buggy after buggy. Literally, those people were literally coming to save America. That's a voting bloc that the mainstream media and the Democrat Party totally forgot about. And they can't go after them because they don't watch TV. They don't look at the news. They're not brainwashed by the propaganda. Why don't you look at a group of people that hasn't even seen CNN and then show them, ask them, and listen? Because they haven't been brainwashed by either side. They haven't partaken in the propaganda of the left or the right. And when they get a chance to vote, clearly off their conscience, they vote for Trump. If you cannot see that Trump is anointed and this is the direct hand of God, you better fall on your knees tonight before you go to bed.
Did anybody else get chills watching this video? Or is it just me?
And ask God to return the joy of your salvation, and you don't lose that first love.
That was a dope video right there. I really rock with his message right there. It was chilling too. Like it was a very chilling video to watch, man. I got chills watching that video. Just now I got chills watching that video. Every time I watch that video, I get chills because you got to think about this, man. These are people who don't know what the hell is going on as far as on the mainstream media. They don't know what's going on in the media, period. They only know if they go to a Trump rally or, you know what I'm saying, they just catch wind of something in the physical or hear it word of mouth or something. But their community doesn't watch TV, so they can't hear nothing that's going on CNN. They can't hear nothing that's going on Fox News. They can't hear nothing that's not maybe I don't know, man. They go into town or something and talk to, I don't know, but they can only go to a rally or something and talk amongst each other. But for the first time, they come together as a community and say, you know what? This whole community should just go vote. The Amish community should go vote. And the entire Amish community shows up and shows out for Donald J. Trump. That's very telling in itself. The fact that people who don't even vote are voting for Trump. They don't vote.
FEMA supervisor told their employees to skip houses with yard signs in support of President-elect Donald Trump following Hurricane Milton. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Riley Phillips. That information confirmed to us by FEMA in a statement. We're also learning that supervisor has been fired. In the statement, FEMA Administrator Deanne Criswell said this went against the agency's core values and, quote, I want to be clear to all of my employees and the American people. This type of behavior and action will not be tolerated at FEMA, and we will hold people accountable if they violate these standards of conduct. The Office of Special Counsel is now investigating the matter. Meanwhile, Governor Ron DeSantis reacted to the news on social media, calling it targeted discrimination of Floridians who support Trump and the blatant weaponization of government by partisan activists. Also saying he directed the Florida Division of Emergency Management to investigate.
So, again, I keep telling you, Kamala supporters and Democrats have proven to be evil, evil people. So while there is a storm going on and people are losing their lives, don't have power, the first thing you can think of is, hey, anybody with a Trump sign, hey, don't help them out, dog. Just leave them there. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go. That's you would rather see people get unalived and not get saved just because of their political beliefs, and you turn a blind eye to help your fellow human beings, your fellow neighbors, just simply because they supported Trump. That's evil. That is evil. These people got to be stopped, bro. They got to be stopped.
So Hillary Clinton deleted 30,000 emails. Hunter Biden is a crack addict with hookers. Joe Biden sold access to the U.S. government to Chinese communists. Pelosi is rich from insider trading. Stephen D'Antuono of the FBI staged the Gretchen Whitmer Fednapping and January 6th. Mayorkas allowed the invasion of our border. Epstein's clients walk free. Dr. Fauci lied about funding gain-of-function experiments that created the COVID-19 virus. Pfizer and Moderna lied about the safety of their mRNA COVID jab. Andrew Cuomo killed 11,000 elderly people in New York. Planned Parenthood sold aborted baby body parts. Shall I go on? These people are all walking free. And yet, Trump is the one who's convicted for paying his attorney. So Hillary...
Man. It's a cold world out here, man. It's a cold world.
Trump's main campaign platforms, one of the main things that he talks about, and of course, I think he learned in some ways the hard way during his first 4 years in office, is the president recognizes that if you have people in your government who you tell to do something and they disobey you, that's not like checks and balances. They're part of your government. The check and balance is the House, the Senate, the judiciary,
Exactly.
right? If the people in your own government aren't obeying you, you have got to get rid of them and replace them with people who are responsive to what the president is trying to do. If you don't have that, you don't have a real democratic
Got to be a
accountability.
nut cutter because that's the system at stake.
That's right.
That's democratic control. How do voters have any control over?
How does anybody feel about J.D. Vance? Can anybody in the chat tell me, how do you feel about J.D. Vance? Salute Sick with it for gifting that membership to Miss Nita. Salute, salute,
Their
salute.
government, if the people they elect have no control.
That's exactly right, man. And again, it's we have to sort of remind ourselves that it's real people who suffer because of this, right? There are Americans who are dead because the Joint Chiefs of Staff didn't listen to the President of the United States when he said you need to do troop redeployments out of Syria. There are veterans who are dead because the VA does not function as well as it could because the president needs to be able to fire, again, the small number of people who aren't doing their job. And that same story repeats itself, rinse and repeat through the entire American government. You have got to have basic democratic accountability. And I think, most Americans recognize, like, look, we're fine with, bureaucrats making a reasonable salary. We're fine with people having a good life, but they've got to do their job, right? When you're in public service, you've got to do your job. And whether you're an elected official or an unelected bureaucrat, if you're not doing your job, you got to get out there and make way for somebody who will.
So if you guys win and you start firing people who are acting against orders of their commander-in-chief and against the expressed will of voters, the New York Times will call it a fascist takeover.
That's exactly right.
So the question is, do you care?
Well, I think we have to not care. Now, you have to care about public opinion, of course, because you have to actually make the case to the American people.
But if you're acting on behalf of the public,
you have to say, look, it's what's so funny about it is it's the opposite, right? Real democracy is when the elected leaders the voters elect actually make the decisions in the government. Right. Fascism, if it's anything, it's that the voters don't get any say in how their government actually operates. So I think you have to do it. And look, man, I've been in politics all of 2 years, but there are all of these really subtle ways in which the media, the tech sector, the people who call the shots try to manipulate the American public and manipulate political leadership into not doing the things the American people actually want. So here, let me give you an example. Mark this down. I guarantee in 18 months or so, we're going to have, this is going to be prophetic. So right now, according to public opinion polling, 65% of Americans, give or take, support mass deportations, meaning 25 million people here, you've got to send some of them back to where they came from. Okay, that's a common sense issue. 2/3 of Americans, give or take, support it. In 18 months, there will be media stories and there will be public opinion polls to back it up that actually Americans do not support mass deportations, that Donald Trump is doing all of these terrible things and he has to stop. It's inhumane, it's evil, and the American public don't support it. The same people who put those public opinion polls together are the same people who say, for example, that Donald Trump was going to lose Wisconsin by 17 points. Remember that? 3 days before the 2020 election, Donald Trump was supposed to lose Wisconsin by 17 points. And set to the side all of the debates about what happened in 2020, Wisconsin was basically a tied election. So these guys use public polls, they use the media, not even just to manipulate public opinion, but to manipulate our leadership about what public opinion actually says.
So how does that happen? So those polls are fake, is what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely, they're fake. They're absolutely fake.
How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? If you're rocking with the content, make sure you double tap the double tap the screen. Let's get it to 600. We need 40 likes right now. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen if you have not already. Also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. What do y'all think about J.D. Vance, man? What do y'all think about the tactics that a lot of these people use? And the Democrats, man, I'm being the Democrat, but I don't know, man. They some evil people. Now, this one got some music in it, so I just did. Now, this one is just for people who just want to see this. This particular video, I want y'all to just watch it, because this is just like this just makes my heart very much warm inside. Like, I love the sight of this. This is like therapy for me. This is like therapy for me. They put their black dresses on and they mourned it. They mourned Donald Trump being in office. This is like music to my soul. This is music to my soul right here. I'm sorry, y'all. I needed this. Any Trump supporter needed this. These ladies talked all that shit for all these years about Donald Trump, and now they got to stand on what they said. So just to see y'all, and why didn't you wear your black? Because I think you're faking. Y'all are bad actors too, bro. This is, they said, mine's no racism. Yeah, we ain't doing no racism in the chat, y'all. We don't do racism over here in the chat. So keep that a big buck. Don't be racist over here. Said the Golden Girls. Yeah, these ladies losing their damn minds. They said, thanks for that. They say, not shocked. Vance is a Marine, attorney, and a business owner, Harvard graduate raised by his mama. His mother was a drug addict. They said Sister Act 24. Yeah, they bad at acting right now, but this is music to my soul right now. I was so happy just to see that. I needed that. I had to play that tonight. When I seen that, I said, you know what? I got to play that tonight. I have no choice but to play that because I've been waiting on these ladies to leave the United States anyway. So we basically helping them like, oh, come on, y'all. Y'all ready to leave yet? You crying? You got your mourning outfits on? Go ahead.
Breaking news.
Get your ass out of
Trump
here.
says he'll sign an executive order instructing all federal agencies to cease all programs that promote gender transitions at any age. He also says he's calling on Congress to prohibit taxpayer funding for sex-affirming procedures. This will ruin people's lives. Great. Slow down for a second. Let me tell you why this is actually a good thing. Because what he is saying here is not transgenderism is illegal. That's Russia. What he's saying here is taxpayers and random people who are not involved will not have to pay for your sex change surgeries. And he's saying he's going to cease the agencies that are encouraging this bullshit. Because number one, and most importantly, y'all are mentally ill, so you do not need doctors with scalpels, you need therapists with time. And then second, like I just said, it shouldn't be anybody else's job to pay for those surgeries but your own. So yeah, no more agencies to cover your ass and no more doctors to tell you this is a good idea. If you're really confident, then validate yourself and pay for it yourself.
So do you guys agree with that or disagree with that? Let me know in the chat. Do you disagree with Donald Trump's decision on that, or do you disagree? And I need 25 people to double tap that screen so we can get it to 600 likes. 25 people double tap that screen and get it to 600 likes if you have not already. They said no other country wants their. They said these ladies look foolish with their old age. They look crazy. They said JD has a documentary on his life called. Okay. 100% agree. Let me know if you agree. In the chat, agree or disagree? Agree or disagree? Agree. Come on, y'all. Vote it in the chat. Say it in the chat. Let's go. I said, come on, y'all. What, are we agreeing or disagreeing? I see agree. They said, gonna have to watch. They said agree. Let's go. Agree. Come on, y'all. Let's go. I agree. They said agree. Okay, so a lot of people in the chat are agreeing with Donald Trump's decision. A lot of people are agreeing with Donald Trump's decision on saying, look, bro, if y'all want to do this, y'all can do it, but you got to be grown and you got to pay for it your motherfucking self. Ain't no more of this, ain't no more of that. If you want to do it, hey, by all means, we're not judging you, but you got to be grown and you got to pay for it yourself.
On January 9, 2024, Dr. Anthony Fauci admitted during congressional testimony that the 6-foot social distancing mandate, quote, sort of just appeared, end quote.
Dr. Anthony Fauci now admitting social distancing wasn't based on science. Fauci telling a House committee this week the idea, standing 6 feet apart, quote, just sort of appeared. The shocking admission comes nearly 4 years after statements like this.
Every aspect of that ending the COVID outbreak in 30 days has some aspect of it of physical separation, whether that's avoiding crowds, whether that's staying 6 feet away from people, whether that's doing teleworking. All of it does that.
Dr. Fauci also forced Americans to wear masks after admitting that they don't work.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that.
So wait, these are the same people who told us that we should have been wearing masks. Listen to this. Didn't people lose their lives over this stuff?
Admitting that they don't work.
Right now, people should not be walking. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask. When you're in the middle of an outbreak, wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
And remember when he said that the COVID vaccine would stop you from getting infected?
The situation is so clear, the data affirm, if you get vaccinated, you are protected, even with the Delta variant.
See how many times they lied to us?
And all voices of any of these issues. And
so they've been trying to expose this man, and he could have helped a lot of people and saved a lot of lives, but they chose not to. This is why we want Trump in office, man. This would have never happened under Trump.
to silence that criticism.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that, man? Let me know in the chat what y'all think about that, man. Hey, man, we trying to make America great again, one day at a time, man. We still cooking.
I heard on the radio this morning that over 2,700 people took their lives after the election yesterday.
And there was allegedly some information that came out and said some people ended up unaliving themselves over the election.
And that's not because of Trump or his supporters. That's because the Harris campaign and the fake news and the propaganda that they spread, the hate that they spread this entire election. The lies they told, telling people, Project 2025, he's going to take away your rights. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. When he's spoken against it, every single time it was brought up. Even at the debate to her face, he told her, I have nothing to do with that. The Heritage Foundation, who wrote Project 2025, came out and said, yeah, Donald Trump had nothing to do with this. And she knew that. She fear-mongered people into voting for her because they thought that their lives literally depended on it. People still do. So much so that now they're ending their lives thinking that their life is over, that they're going to be losing all their rights. Like it's going to be like The Handmaid's Tale. It's so sad. The mental health crisis that we have going on in our country right now, and that her campaign did not help anybody. It made people believe this fairy tale that wasn't true. Donald Trump is the most pro-choice president as a Republican that we've ever had. Administration started a global effort to end the criminalization of the gay community. In places like Iran, where they're literally hanging people who are gay. Donald Trump was the first president we've ever had who had an openly gay member in his cabinet. Donald Trump has hosted gay weddings at his house in Mar-a-Lago. Donald Trump was pro-gay marriage before any of your Democratic leaders were. In the late 90s, early 2000s, when they were all saying they're not for gay marriage, he's always been for gay marriage. He won an Ellis Island Award, and you can't win that award if you have a hint of racism in you. Never once did he get called a racist until he ran for president and won. All these lies are the reason that so many people left the Democratic Party this election. And I'm so sad for the people that are still so brainwashed and truly believe the lies that are being spewed. Like, you think that me as a woman and a mother to a teenage daughter and my sons, you think that I would vote against her rights. You think that 60% of the country who voted for Donald Trump would vote against women, against our children, against our gay friends and family. No, we wouldn't. And I want you to know, news people and Kamala Harris, all of these people ending their lives, that's on you. All of the division in our country right now, the hate, the ending of relationships, friendships, families, that's on you. You pushed this fake news agenda. You put fear in the hearts of so many people, and it's devastating to see. The breakdowns, as funny as it is to see people breaking down and screaming, people have mental health crisis like we've never seen before in our country, and you made it worse. Shame on you.
Do y'all agree with this lady's statements that she's making? Because they fearmonger people into doing their... They really just try to scare people into voting for him. Like, hey, look, man, he's going to do this. He's going to do this. He's going to do this. And they spill so many lies about Trump. Like, all of the stuff that people are saying, like, when you ask a real Kamala Harris supporter what they really like about her and dislike about Trump, they come to you with so many lies. And it starts off with, he's racist. No, he's not, bro. I don't care what no one says. To me, in my eyes, I do not believe Trump is a racist. I've never looked at him like one. And I will never look at him like one. I just don't see it. I don't see a racist person when I see Trump. I just don't. I'm sorry. If you do, it's on you. To each their own. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to speak the truth. And everything y'all are saying about him is lies. You can't come up with no factual evidence of nothing. You just spill out the same lies that the Democratic Party has been spilling out since 2016. And and it's went nowhere. You got your 34 counts. That shit is going away. Okay, he's a convicted felon. Whatever you want to say, cool. He ain't going to see no jail time. How many 34-time felons do you know that ain't seen a day in jail? I'm going to let him cook, though. Let's go. I'm going to let her cook. Excuse me. Let's go.
Shame on you. And everybody that's scared right now, I'm sorry. And you have a right to be scared. You do. I get it. You were told a lot of lies. But I want you to know that it's going to be okay. And please trust that 60% of Americans who voted for Donald Trump and believe in what he believes in, you're going to be safe and it's going to be okay. Like, as a mother, I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. We're going to make it through this. Our country is going to be in a better place than we've been in a long time. You're not going to lose any rights. I promise it's going to be okay. Please just know that. Your life is important. No matter who you are, no matter what you believe, your life is worth living. And I'm so sorry about the last few months and all the lies that you've been told, but it's just simply not true. And I love you.
What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? I think she had a very good message. She said she's a mother to a teenage child. She wouldn't be sitting here playing around with her kids' lives if she felt any other kind of way. And I agree with the lady's statements, man. Salute to her.
But have you seen the star bracelet? Just wait for this. They're selling them,
Okay, so
too.
this is the one with the mixed denim and or
Visiting 4B movement. I'm all on board there too.
Gotta be safe.
One suggestion.
Oh, hold on, this wasn't even the one, man. My bad, y'all. That was supposed to be the one where she was doing I downloaded the wrong damn video. My bad.
All the anticipation, all the...
Oh, that's not the one I'm looking for either. Don't need that one. Let's go back to this.
The leader, I forget exactly which official it was within the European Union, but sent Elon this threatening letter that basically said, we're going to arrest you if you platform Donald Trump, who, by the way, is the likely next president of the United States. So what America should be saying is, oh, if NATO wants us to continue supporting them, and NATO wants us to continue to be a good participant in this military alliance, why don't you respect American values and respect free speech? Excuse me, it's insane that we would support a military alliance if that military alliance isn't going to be pro-free speech. I think we can do both, but we've got to say American power comes with certain strings attached. One of those is respect free speech, especially in our European allies. Like, look, I'm not going to go to some backwoods country and tell them how to live their lives, but European countries should theoretically share American values, especially about some very basic things like free speech.
And I do agree with we should have the freedom of speech. I think we should. What about y'all out there? Do y'all think we should have freedom of speech? Biden and Harris appeared together for the first time since election at Veterans Day ceremony. Happy Veterans Day.
Present!
Get the likes up, y'all. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. Get the likes up. And a lot of people are wishful thinking. They're saying they want Biden to step down so Kamala Harris can become the first female president in the United States. And this is something that's wishful thinking. It's going all around TikTok, that all these people keep coming out saying, well, I'm hearing that Biden's about to step down and Kamala's about to step in. Look, let me tell y'all something. That lady ain't gonna be president. I'm sorry. Just stop. It's not gonna happen. She's not gonna be president. It's just not gonna happen. Do y'all think she's gonna be in the? Do y'all think she's gonna end up being in the office? Let me know. Do you think Kamala has any chance of ever being in the office? Yes or no in the chat. Just say yes or just say no in the chat. Does she have a chance to ever become president?
It's already happening, so let's just talk about it. The quadrennial panic party that takes place every time a politician loses a presidential election. Over the next few weeks, the media is going to tell you that the Democratic Party has some soul searching to do, that we need to find a new message that resonates with American voters. I've seen this unfold for 30 years, every 4 years, and it just goes back and forth. Just ignore it. Here's why. Trump voters are not misunderstood. They misunderstand. And this is partially our fault. While Democratic politicians have become progressively worse at defending our policies. Republicans have systematically attacked education and journalism so that voters are so misinformed they don't know how to understand democratic policies. You need proof of this, just ask yourself, who is banning books? Who is attacking higher education even when they personally benefited from higher education? Who tells you to vote with your gut instead of your head? Americans used to try to vote with their heads to the best of their ability, but with the Reagan Revolution, we gave that up. Since then, we've been voting with our hearts. Video didn't just kill the radio star, it also killed democracy. Republicans have taken advantage of this far more effectively than Democrats. If you turn on Fox News, it's more like an action movie, whereas Democrats are really more like a TED Talk. When voters say they feel like Democrats have become the party of elites, they're not talking about our policies. They're talking about our message and how we deliver it. The good news is we can look at the rest of the world. We can look at our own history. We can look at all of the data points. We know that progressive policies win. FDR's progressive policies saved us from the Great Depression, and they were so successful, he got elected so many times that they had to put term limits on the president. And since then, Democrats have done nothing but deliver positive economic growth while helping create a culture that is more tolerant and more welcoming of different people. This is our backbone. This is what America is. But we've allowed Republicans to turn words like liberal into four-letter words. We've allowed them to attack and destroy the idea of immigration, even though that's literally how this country was built. It's an embarrassment, and we should be ashamed. I don't know who I'm going to support yet for 2028, but I know it's going to be somebody who doesn't apologize for progressive policies. We need that visceral rage and conviction that Bernie Sanders has, but with a candidate who can connect to more voters today. And I do see a number of examples of this exact progressive energy in the Democratic Party right now. People who are focused, determined, and unflinching. I don't know who it's going to be, but I can't wait to help them rise.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. I think you're misinformed. You saying we misunderstand as Trump supporters or whatever. Can I ask the crowd a question if you don't mind answering it? Are you Democrat or a Republican? Or which party are you for? Or you could just say red or blue. We all know what stands for what. Are you team red or team blue? Are you Democrat, Republican? What are you in the chat? Can anybody tell me in the chat which party? Let's say red, neither. Or you can say neither. That's fine. If you're neither, just say neither. But just let me know in the chat where you stand. Independent. That's fine too. Be real. Salute. Republican. Blue. Red. Independent. Yeah, let me know in the chat. I'm independent, but I voted Trump 3 times in a row. Independent. Red. Blue. Neither. Red. Neither. I'm a felon. Salute though. But if you could be Siobhan, which one would you be? If you could be, which beliefs like do you rock with more, red or blue? You don't have to be a part of the party. You could just represent one. You know what I'm saying, by your voice. You know what I'm saying. You could still wake people up while being a felon. A Democrat. Diamond, stop. I think she was having a bad dream. Democrat. I see red. I see Team Jesus. I see red. Okay. Salute to all the red members in the building. Salute to all the red team in the building. And salute to all the blue, man. We
they thought they would do better with women. They did not. They thought that the abortion issue would drive more people to the Harris side. It did not.
Another part of Harris's shortfall.
Everything Harris did failed. Let's continue to look at this.
Came after an advertising blitz targeting her support for transgender rights. Republicans spent $143 million on the transgender campaign to cast Democrats as out of touch.
The party as a whole spends too much time in places like Washington and New York and Chicago and doesn't really spend time listening to people like my constituents.
And the people that would have voted for her, they clearly said she just didn't listen. A lot of people did not vote for her because they just felt she didn't listen to any of the people's problems. And she focused all of her energy on Trump. That's why a lot of people didn't vote for her, allegedly.
Democrat Susan Wild is Northampton County's representative in Congress, and she's thinking about the Democratic losses.
Why do you think that she didn't get the votes that she should have got? She got $1 billion in support. to end up 20 million in debt and to still lose.
Are struggling to pay your rent or feed your kids, you don't have the privilege of thinking about things like LGBTQ rights. Unless you've got somebody in your own family that's personally affected, you don't have the luxury of thinking about reproductive rights.
Interesting way of thinking.
Unfortunately, I think our party needs to figure out that not everybody is just thinking about these very important social issues.
She's saying that not every single person is focused in on what you're focusing in on, and you should have focused on something else. That's what she's saying. You should have focused on something else.
Donald Trump will be the president of America in 74 days. I want this video to serve as a message to the 72 million American citizens that voted for him, because you deserve to know the harm that you've caused. Kamala Harris will not be the next president, and this means that Roe v. Wade will not be restored. Because there's no federal protections for abortion, there's 22,000 SA victims that are denied access to abortion in states with total bans every year.
Now, if you pay attention to the words he uses, he tends to be very sneaky. Notice how he said SA and didn't say grape. SA is a broad term that covers a myriad of unwanted physical interactions. For example, an individual could just walk up behind someone and tap their butt with their hand, and that could be considered SA. But you and I both know that that's not going to get somebody pregnant. Now, a grape, on the other hand, is a very specific thing. It requires some type of penetration. So grape can be included in SA, but SA is not included in grape. If you pay attention, he didn't say this number of women became pregnant from grape. What he said is,
there's 22,000 SA victims that are denied access to abortion in states with total bans every year.
from his own definition, a woman in 1 year, right, could have a man walk up behind her, tap her butt, right? That qualifies as SA. And later, she gets drunk and is being careless, has consensual intercourse with a man, and then a month later decides she wants to have an abortion, but she can't. That qualifies under what he's saying. This is assuming what he's saying is true, which we don't know if it's true or not. But assuming it is, right? We don't know what number of that 22,000 actually became pregnant from grape. Him using the broad term of SA allows him to beef up the numbers and make things look worse than what they are.
That is 60 women per day. And because you decided to vote for Trump, who firmly stands against any and all federal protections for access to abortion, those 60 women's pain, suffering, and trauma is on your hands every 24 hours like clockwork.
So then after using SA to beef up the numbers to make it seem worse, he's then going to try to guilt trip people that voted for Trump. Surprise. Let's let him continue.
I'm telling you, Kamala Harris supporters are evil people.
Now let's talk about the economy. If you are the average American, your taxes will be higher and your bills will be larger.
So Donald Trump has been talking about making the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act permanent. Kamala Harris never made that commitment. So first I'm going to show you the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, and then I'm going to explain to you why Kamala Harris did not commit to continuing that. So pause this so you can actually look at it and see.
So let's pause and look at it and see. 2017, 2018, we'll do the tax rate, income change. Sheesh. 37%, okay.
Okay.
Does everybody see it? You can screenshot it if you need to. It's a tax breakdown. Are y'all getting it or you're not? Let me know.
These were the tax rates in 2017 before Trump's tax cuts. In 2018, this is after his tax cuts. And if you look at it, you can
and here goes. Y'all can see it, right? All right.
See 5 out of the 7 tax brackets got tax cuts. So when these people try to come to you and say he doesn't take care of the middle class or lower income or he doesn't care about them, they're lying to you. The man literally put something in place for these people to be able to keep more of their own money. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, was going to let that expire. But Jeffrey, she's going to give $6,000 child credit for people who have children. Only about 30 to 40% of the workforce has children that qualify for tax credits. Well, let's put our thinking caps on for a second. Less than half of the workforce has children that qualify for tax credits. 100% of the workforce pays taxes. So she was going to let Trump's tax cuts expire so the government could increase their tax revenue while making you feel like she's doing something for the middle class because she's raising the tax credits by a little bit. They know that only 30 to 40% of the workforce has children that'll qualify for that. When those kids move out, you don't get those tax credits anymore. But what you still have is that tax rate that she let go back up. So no, your taxes were not about to be lower under Kamala Harris. Now, prices will likely be lower under Trump as well, as long as he manages the tariffs correctly. I've already made a video of all the different things oil and gas affects, and it affects a lot more than you think. It is involved in almost everything. For example, many of the products and services that we use require oil and gas, right, to power the plant that produces that product or service. Any of the products, the physical products that we use, have some type of petroleum base in them. Not to mention, it takes oil and gas to get those products to their location. It also takes oil and gas to power these locations to where all this stuff is sold. Again, oil and gas plays a huge, and when I say huge, I mean huge part in the economy. And Trump wants to drastically increase the supply, which will bring the prices down. Decrease regulation, increase supply. So let's let him continue.
Donald Trump's tax plan does include some cuts for the middle class, but you're not his focus. 83% of the tax cuts in his tax plan go to people making over $500,000.
That is extremely manipulative, and here's why. Yes, if you look at an absolute dollar amount, more of the tax cuts benefited the wealthier because they have more to benefit from. It didn't tell you, hey, the percentage increase for the wealthy people was so much more than the not wealthy people, because it wasn't. I just showed you the difference. Let me ask you a question. Is 10% of $100 or 10% of $100,000 more? 10% of $100 is 10. 10% of 100,000 is 10,000. So yes, people that have more money are going to save more money, and it's simply because they have more money. It's not.
So, and this goes for the people who, oh, he just wants to make the rich richer, and he's taking away from you. He just wants to make the rich richer. No, the rich should get richer because they got more money and they know how to, you know what I'm saying? To get more money, get your weight up. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting my weight up and going to that side of the fence. I mean, I'm making good money. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm trying to move and shake with these motherfuckers. I ain't trying to be broke with y'all motherfuckers. I'm trying to move and shake with these motherfuckers. I want money like that. I'm trying to get into that $500,000 bracket. So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We six figures. I ain't gonna lie to you. We good. But we trying to get like them. I'm trying to get my weight up, dog. I don't know about y'all. I'm trying to eat.
Because Donald Trump decreased their tax rate so much more than he decreased the average person's tax rate. No. But when he's saying that 83% or whatever, he's talking about the dollar amount, because that's how he can make this argument and make it seem like it's against middle class people. It's gross. It's really gross. I've noticed that being a pattern. They have to do this to try to make arguments. Again, go back. Kamala Harris was not saying, hey, your tax rate will not change. She was not telling you that.
Kamala Harris's tax plan would have been better for you because it was built for you. 100% of the cuts in her plan went to members of the low and...
Someone said, bro, you got a peasant brain. Man, if you don't shut your weird ass up, dog.
middle class.
Stop. Her tax plan was designed to increase federal revenues. It wasn't to make the middle class better. She knew she had to convince the middle class to get on board so they could increase tax revenues. The purpose of her tax plan was to manipulate people into thinking they were getting more, while she was actually increasing the federal revenue.
Kamala Harris then finessed all y'all. Salute Cocoa Butter. Cocoa Butter said, man, get your weird ass on, dog. She not letting you come back, dog. You gone. Can't come back. You can't come back, dog. You done
Trump
over
is
here.
Savage. He's so savage. So during this election, I felt like mom and dad were fighting. You know, mom, we didn't want to go live with mom. We did not want to go live with her. We want to go live with dad. And now mom's in debt because she had to go buy this big old house and all this shit. And she didn't even have the money. She put it all on credit card. Like, she hired a designer to come in. She paid him $1 million. And the designer sucked. Oprah. But then we go to court and it's time to decide where the kids are going. And dad got the kids. Thank God dad got the kids. Because mom needs some help. And now
Mom out here fucking up. Let's just be real. Mama was out here fucking up. We going to stay with Pops. I don't know what you got going on, Mom. You need to clean this shit up. But we going to stay with Pops. Pops got that bread. Maybe he gonna help. He already offered to fix shit for you. Get as angry as you want to, because what he probably cheated on you or something. I don't know what was going on. But anyway, take the personal feelings aside. Take the money and run. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mom is sitting there and she's like, "Oh shit, I can't pay for all this shit that I have going on. Like, can you give me some money?" And dad's so savage, and dad is such a nice man that dad said, "You know what? I have some money left over. Here you go. And he still has money to take care of his kids. And then he's like, shoo, take your money and go, shoo. It doesn't get more savage than that.
Whoever this Minds person is, Cocoa Butter, since you on a streak, you want to go ahead and do that for me? Go ahead. Good night.
It doesn't get more savage. But are they going to take the funds? Are they going to do it? I'm just gonna sit over here and drink my coffee and watch. How embarrassing. Oh, God. I gotta say, this might be more embarrassing than using a camera instead of actually calling somebody and then showing everybody that you just have the camera on. I mean, that's embarrassing. Okay, I'm done.
Well, the world is going to live with Pops. Mom, I don't know what to tell you, man. You got to get your shit together, but Dad will still help you out.
What in the world are the Democrats supposed to do with Kamala Harris now? Not only did she lose the White House, but she led her party to historic losses against Donald Trump and the Republicans. Plus, she polled lower than Joe Biden did in 2020. So what are the Democrats supposed to do with an unpopular former vice president? Well, there are 3 crazy ideas floating around the internet. Number 1, several Democrats have suggested that Kamala Harris become a Supreme Court justice. I know, mind blown. Sonia Sotomayor turned 70 years old. She was an Obama appointee. And now there's a movement in the Democrat Party to force her to resign so that Joe Biden can give Kamala her seat. But the justice threw cold water on that, saying, yeah, that ain't happening. Number 2, there's still a popular theory floating around the interwebs that Biden will step down, thus making Kamala the first female president before Donald Trump's inauguration. This seems unlikely for a couple of reasons. While the Democrats want the first female president, I think they actually want her to be elected and not just thrown into office by some old white dude. Also, Joe Biden's still pretty steamed at his party for making him step aside for Kamala Harris in the first place, and we all know how that turned out. I don't think he's eager to step aside a second time. Plus, let's not forget about Jill. When Joe Biden couldn't attend a cabinet meeting, she stepped in. You think she's going to let Kamala Harris just waltz on into office as the first female president? I don't believe so. And number 3, early retirement. Here's Kamala over the weekend. Look, she's having a blast. When's the last time we saw her this happy? She's chilling with her nieces, playing Connect 4, drinking a big glass of Chardonnay. This could be her next chapter. Plus, look, Connect 4, that's something she could actually win.
Yeah, she could actually win that probably. But then again, I don't think she's smart enough to win that. I'm going to be real. I don't think she could beat anybody in the game with Connect 4 at this point.
Let's have a conversation about grifting, shall we? Grifting is a term that I continuously heard as a synonym for Jill Stein's campaign. People ultimately say that Jill Stein was a grifter because she, quote unquote, only shows up every 4 years, takes political funds, and then we don't see her again. Grifting by definition is a petty or a small scale swindle. Something that you see content creators doing on TikTok when they are rage farming people around the 15th of the month, or when they call themselves reporting on really heavy topics that they know are trendy and know that people care a lot about. But then when the bottom falls out and you recognize that they used it for followers and to get funds and they never gave a fuck in the first place, that is called a grift. So what do you call getting $1 billion in campaign funds, losing an election, and allegedly not paying your staff? We'll get back to that. In August, I duetted a video by a beautiful black woman. And in that video, she says she didn't understand how regular schmegular folks decided that they wanted to get on Zoom and raised over $200 million for a politician's campaign. To which she then said, why can't we just put that money into DV shelter? And for the unhoused. And feel free to take a look at that video because it's in my caption. The amount of people that were in my comments saying, don't count people's money. We'll spend our money on what we want. Ask Trump. Negating that, 1, there's never a reason why everyday people should be giving money to a politician's campaign. And number 2, that if we held that kind of wealth within regular everyday people, it is not far-fetched to ask, how come we aren't using it as mutual aid to impact those who need it most? And yet the same folks claiming that they were doing so to save themselves, did you get any return on your investment? So no, while taking $1 billion in campaign funds to pay your rich friends like Oprah and whatever other celebrity to campaign on your behalf is not a grift, while people ignorantly invested because they thought they had a future with you, that is called a swindle or a large-scale fraud that involves misrepresentation or abuse of confidence.
So basically, Kamala just out here finessing people. That's basically what this lady trying to say. Kamala Harris just out here finessing the world.
Punish her, they said. They said that they were going to punish her and make sure that she did not win the presidency, right? And so they started attacking black women online, right? They started protesting at all of her rallies, right? And they started doing other little shenanigans at the DNC, right? They pulled out all the stops, right? And they succeeded. She did not become president. Donald Trump has become the 47th president of the United States, right? But they said that her not becoming president would punish her. I mean, she sure does look punished to me, baby. Look at that smile. She's with her two beautiful nieces. Remember them from the DNC? There's another shot. This is her safe space. And she is loving being in her safe space.
Well, she can stay there. I'm gonna be real. We cool with that. As long as she's just there doing that and she not running the country, we're perfectly fine with it. We don't wish nothing bad on her. We just don't want her to be president. I'm gonna just keep it a big buck. Double tap that screen and get the likes up, y'all. And we $29 away from 2 honey buns. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
But yeah, Madam VP didn't win the presidency. But you tell me. You tell me if they really punished her.
So she's gonna start earning big bucks for speaking gigs after the election loss. So now she's gonna be speaking for money. Go figure. And this lady's like, girls, stop. What the?
Baby.
My dog is up looking at me like, what the hell you got going on?
She can make up to $1 million per speech she gives. Anything, consulting work, anything. She steps.
Y'all see how he looking at me? Y'all see how my dog looking at me? What the hell you got going on over here? No, Diamond, stop. No.
To do from this point forward brings her big dollars. You can't make this up. Meanwhile, after they succeeded in their quest to stop her from becoming the next president, this is what they're doing.
These people losing their damn minds.
They made it the Trump Tower in Chicago.
They done lost their damn minds.
Donald Trump don't even have a spot in Chicago. Donald Trump is either at Bedminster or he's at Mar-a-Lago. And they can't get anywhere near either one of those spots. Secondly, Donald Trump don't give a flying fuck about their protests. Why? Because he's president. Their actions made Donald Trump president. He don't give a shit about their protests. And come January 20th, if he does what Project 2025 says he's going to do, they won't even be able to protest. They won't even be able to protest, and then he's going to deport their asses. Now, all throughout...
It's a lot of misinformed people out here. I'm going to be real.
The past year, they've been talking shit about the Democrats. Shit about the Democrats for the past year. And it's the Democrats that have silently taken a step back since the election night because they are strategizing.
Is she speaking for all black women right now? Because she acting like she's a spokesperson right now. I really don't think a lot of women even agree with you, with your tacky ass. But we'll let you continue. You got purple, leopard, a different color leopard glasses, blue net girl. Stop.
And how best to protect Americans.
Really, it's giving Medea. I'm gonna be real. It's giving Medea, but I'm gonna let her cook though. It's giving Medea, but I'm gonna let her cook.
From what it is that Donald Trump wants to do, and that includes they asses. It's going to be the Democrats.
I can't unsee Tyler Perry.
That's going to step forward to try to save them after they talked shit about the Democrats for the past year. This is why when I tell y'all that y'all are like, Tabitha, you should run for office.
Oh,
no.
Lord. Girl, you wouldn't have a chance in hell. You wouldn't have a snowball's chance in hell. You wouldn't have a cup of Sonic Ice chance in hell.
I know who I am. What y'all see all the time is not who I am all the time. I can be a petty bitch. I hold grudges. And if y'all were to put me in office, bitch, I wouldn't lift a finger to fight Donald Trump on what it is that he plans to do. But the Democrats will. The Democrats will come together to try to save the very people that voted against them, encourage others to vote against them, talk shit about them for the past year. Listen, y'all have a fantastic day. I got work to do.
Okay, Miss Medea.
I knew something fishy was going on with this election.
What is it? Bootleg Cat Williams. Which one is what is it, my boy? With the S curl on top of your head. You got the Duke curling gel on top of your head. You got the Duke. Y'all ain't got none of that Duke gel. Y'all ain't got no Duke in the back. Go look in the back for it. I know you got some Duke in there. Look, I know y'all don't probably know what Duke is. I'm gonna let you cook, my brother. Let's go.
And everybody was saying the numbers didn't add up. And they not adding up. Let's take North Carolina. Every Democrat.
Nights like this. Curl ass. You got that curl that just don't quite. The curl that just don't quite curl at the. It's not giving that. No, it's not that Rico Suave curl. He got that. It's that Duke. You ain't got no Duke in the back.
One down ballot in North Carolina, but somehow Donald Trump was able to beat Kamala Harris. Let's take a look at North Carolina. Listen to this. So for governor, Josh Stein beat Mark Robinson by over 800,000 votes. 800,000 votes. Then, for lieutenant governor, Rachel Hunt beat Heath Bateman by over 150,000 votes. Democrat Jeff Jackson for attorney general beat Dan Bishop by over 150,000 votes. For superintendent of education, Democrat Maurice Green defeated Michelle Mon by over 150,000 votes. But somehow, Donald Trump was able to beat Kamala Harris by 189,000 votes. It just don't make any sense. And here's the big one right here. Over 360,000 people voted for just the president. They didn't vote for the governor, lieutenant, attorney, House races, Senate races. They didn't vote for none of them. 360,000 votes were just for president. Come on, man. Nobody is going in the booth just voting just one person and leaving. No, something's not right. And the same trend happening in Wisconsin, happening in Michigan. Somehow Democrats is flipping all these seats, but Donald Trump is winning. Something do not make no sense. In North Carolina, these numbers, when everybody is winning by hundreds and thousands of votes, every Democrat, woman, everybody, and somehow Donald Trump got 189,000 votes. That came from that 360,000 votes out of nowhere when somebody just voted just for president, nothing else. That's real fishy. That's real fishy. But these are the numbers. And it's been happening all over the country. It's the same trend. Look at the numbers, y'all. It's the same trend. Something ain't right. Something is not right.
I mean, the fact that this brother really got up there, he really thought he cooked, man. Something just ain't right, man. You know, I was looking at the numbers and no, man. You know, it's just not right, man. Something just gotta be, no, man. Come on, man. Boy, if you don't sit your weird ass down, fam, it adds up. Trump won, she lost. Pack it up. Get your bitch ass on.
In the words of Dr. Strange, we are in the end game now. We have a clear answer as far as who won the election, but there is a common sentiment that I'm seeing on this app that things still feel very unfinished. On November 4th, in my final prediction before the election, I mentioned that the election was going on during some pretty foggy transits, but that there was some very real clarity coming very soon after. And this is because Mercury, the planet of thoughts and communication, moved into Sagittarius around the same time. After the fogginess of the moon squaring Neptune on election day, Mercury in Sagittarius not only gave us clarity to all these thoughts that we were having, but also emboldened our voices and allowed us to actually speak out about how we feel.
We need 50 people to double tap that screen to get the likes of 50 people. Double tap that screen and make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Also, fun fact, if you look at the US's birth chart, the US is actually a Sagittarius rising. So this had us thinking in particular, who are we as a country? You know, what do we stand for? What do we want to project into the world? Now you're probably wondering, Lilo, why are you even telling me all this? And it's because November 15th is the day that I think that we will get more answers and begin to see these power dynamics shifting. On November 15th, we have a full moon, which is conjunct Uranus. And as we know, the Biden-Harris campaign has had a serious track record with full moons. For example, I wrote these down. On the July full moon is when Biden stepped down. The August full moon is when the DNC happened. The September full moon is when Kamala interviewed with the NABJ, which, as we all know, did not go very well. And on the October full moon is when Kamala skipped the Al Smith dinner. Are you getting what I'm putting down? It is very clear that the Democrats are very heavy on making decisions on full moons. And this particular full moon in November is conjunct Uranus. So this is going to bring about some very abrupt actions and unexpected revelations. This is also going to bring about this surge of intuition. So now is a time that it's better to react on gut feelings versus overthinking or being too cautious. Let's see how this is going to be affecting Biden and Kamala Harris. Now let's start with Biden. And if you are new to this astrology thing, do not let this chart intimidate you, okay? All this is Biden's natal chart is in the inside and the transits are on the outside. Now, this particular moon and Uranus conjunction is right here in his 6th house. And this conjunction brings about this kind of liberation and freedom from the past. Now, this is kind of giving this energy like he has really fulfilled all of the responsibilities in his life. The question here is, has he fulfilled his true purpose in living these responsibilities? Now, with this being a full moon, that means that the sun is directly opposite in his 12th house, and transits to the 12th house are a time when you might want to retreat. This is more of a time of introspection and self-reflection, and he's probably asking himself the same question I was asking a second ago. Has he lived up to his true purpose through his responsibilities? Now, this opposition right here is telling me that this might be a time where Biden finally decides hey, it's time for me to step down. I've done my job. What I needed to accomplish, I've accomplished. I'm done. So with that in mind, the next thing I was looking at is what would prompt this kind of decision? What would finally make him say, okay, I'm done, I'm ready to move on? And for this, I was really looking to see what Saturn is doing, because Saturn brings about lessons that prompt us to make change in our lives. And Saturn is sitting in his 3rd house. The 3rd house is the house of communication. It's your mental capacity. And what have we been hearing about Biden for, the last 6 months, possibly even longer than that? I think that this might be the time when they finally say, hey, Biden's mental capacity has reached its limit. He is no longer fit to serve in this role. And this is where Kamala Harris comes in, because I think that this could be the time when she is able to step in and be president for whatever short amount of time that is. When you look at what this full moon in Uranus conjunction is doing, it is in Kamala's 12th house, the direct opposite of Biden's in his house of daily routines. So this signals to me that Kamala is coming out of retreat. This is a time when she has kept herself hidden and she is finally ready to let herself be seen. This full moon is also sitting directly on top of her natal Jupiter, which is bringing a sense of like luck and optimism to this time in her life. And since the full moon is in her 12th house, that means the sun is now in her 6th house of daily routines. So you see what I mean? There's kind of like a swap of energy that is going on with Biden and Harris right now. This really feels like the energy of somebody stepping down out of a role and another person stepping in to take on that role. And when we look at what Saturn is doing for her, Saturn is in her 10th house, which is her career house, and it's pretty close to her midheaven point. Another reason why I was looking to see what Saturn was doing is that Saturn retrograde actually ends on the exact same day. Saturn retrograde happens for about 4 months of every single year, and this is a time for us to truly look back and reflect on what we did during that time that is now affecting the outcome that we are receiving now. This is a time to really reflect and reevaluate and take responsibility for the ways in which our own actions resulted in the outcome. And based on what we're seeing right now, I think we all know which party needs to do some reflecting, but I digress. Saturn is seen as the disciplinary of the zodiac. He comes in to teach you a lesson, if you will, so that you can grow in some kind of way. So yes, this is a little bit of a critique of the Democrats, but this is coming from a very constructive place because this is giving you an opportunity to reflect, to reevaluate, to change course, and to grow. So I would not be surprised if on November 15th, Biden steps down and Kamala is allowed to be president for however many months that she has left. Will that be the exact case? I don't know, but it is looking pretty likely based on what I am seeing. But no matter what, there is going to be a major dynamic shift that is happening on November 15th. And I'm just going to warn you, this may be something that feels scary at the time for some of you because a power dynamic shifting is not an easy thing to go through. But these types of things have to happen in order for progression to take place. And just like the sun shines again, every time after it rains, the sun will shine again, even if we have to go through a little bit of a rough period in order to get there.
Lady, Kamala's not getting in office. I let everybody cook and get up here and give they shit, you know what I'm saying, get their shit off. But lady, that woman is never going to see that office. I'm sorry, she won't. Kamala Harris will never be the president of the United States.
You were going to college campuses, when you were talking to progressives, when you were talking to voters of color, not just Arabs and Muslims, you heard there was a problem here. Do you think that the numbers you saw, particularly in Michigan, vindicated your point of view, or was there just a greater force at work?
I think she would have certainly won Michigan if there was more of a reckoning with the failures of policy on Gaza. And that wasn't my point of view. That was the point of view of a lot of people I was hearing on the ground. I also think beyond Michigan, this really was a concern for a lot of young people and a lot of progressives. Now, my hope is, because President Trump got some of the votes for the Muslim and Arab community, I was just on a bipartisan Codel in Saudi Arabia, they have said that if the president wants a deal with Saudi Arabia, that the Palestinian state and a two-state solution has to be front and center. And I hope we can work towards actually doing that after the war.
Everybody wants peace with Donald Trump right now. Why is it that everybody wants peace with this man? They all hit him. Hey, man, look, man, we want peace. We want peace, man. We all want peace, Trump. It's all good.
Conversations about glass ceilings and what they mean, right? It means that it was nothing short of a ceiling, right? When Shirley Chisholm first ran, that was the first crack in the ceiling. When Kamala Harris became the presidential nominee, that was the shattering of it.
Kamala represented so much. I'm a young political science major. Like, I thought I could be the next president. I feel like so many young girls were watching her to be a role model. And
this is, I'm gonna be real, man. These girls lost.
She still is.
We always work harder, 10 times harder.
y'all ain't shit in the chat. Boy, I'm talking about the chat ain't shit, boy. I ain't gonna read y'all comments. Hey, y'all cooking the
than everybody else. We always have to be more qualified. She gave me hope in America again. So as a black woman, it's like I feel a part of this country, and I don't know that I felt that way before. It's like she make me feel like I still got a chance to be an American, that I can be in America that I can be proud of. America has to be okay with women being in charge. That's where we got to start. And how do we get there? I don't know. That's why we're scared, because what is happening feels like it's going to happen with this new administration that would come in is just taking us backwards.
One thing about progression in this country, it's inevitable. And I pride myself on being an African American because our people have pushed this forward, year after year after year, even through 400 years of oppression. So, we're constantly breaking glass ceilings.
I'm 80 years old, so I remember when I had to have my husband's signature to get a credit card. I went to George Washington University for undergrad. There were only 22 black students there at the time. So I know about the glass ceiling. I don't know what we called it then. It was just life. But I'm just going to tell my people, just ignore this glass ceiling thing. Just go for it.
Hey, my damn dog over here farting underneath my desk, man. Hell no. Get your ass on. Get your ass on. Making me miss my damn video. You want to stop and stay from over here? Go lay down. Go lay down. Hell nah, man. You got gas, but you gotta get from by me, cuz. You gotta get your little ass from by me.
Saturday night, and Kamala Harris's sister has released the first photos of the vice president since the election. Here she is playing some games with her nieces and spending time with family. These are the two photos that they released tonight. I hope you also are spending time with your community and your family. So many of us have been glued to our phones or working on our phones for the last several months. And while I thought that I would be back next week, I actually now have an opportunity to go to Paris to represent digital journalists and new media on the UNESCO main stage. So you can follow along next week when I'm in Paris, but we'll return to our regularly scheduled news programming the following Monday. I really do want to reiterate just how important it is that you take some time off to rest and reflect, be with your family and your community, talk about the things that we just went through so that we can be best prepared for what we're about to go through. But also know that there is never an end. There is never a reason to submit to despair, even when we're super scared, even when we don't know what comes next. This country has been through bad. It may go through worse, but we will have each other and be together through it. I mean, it's only been a couple days, and look at how well rested I look. Guys, I was looking rough. I was looking so rough towards the end. I'll see you in a week.
Man, y'all motherfuckers is losing y'all shit over this Kamala shit. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Kamala got y'all women acting crazy as I'm talking about, boy.
After Kamala Harris lost the elections, here are the 3 things she will not be able to do from now. Number 3, she will not run for president again, simply because she wasn't actively chosen as the Democratic frontrunner to replace Joe Biden. Rather, her role as vice president naturally positioned her as a prominent figure in case President Biden decided not to run. However, Joe Biden remains the clear favorite among Democratic voters for 2024, with support consistently above 70% in polls. Number 2, fall from national relevance. Her reduced visibility in the next 4 years may mean a gradual decline in public recognition, making it harder for her to regain momentum. Without a powerful platform, she might struggle to maintain relevance among other emerging Democratic leaders who attract more support and attention. Number 1, lose immediate access to the White House. Without her VP role, Harris won't have easy access to key decision makers in the White House anymore. She won't be part of the daily, high-level strategy discussions and will have limited influence over presidential actions, leaving her sidelined from shaping the nation's agenda or being able to propose new large-scale initiatives like she did while serving as second in command.
What y'all think about that? She's not going to be able to run for president no more. She cooked. The lady is cooked. It's over.
The
Kamala.
shortcoming is just the happenstance of a short time frame, and people didn't always know who she was. They got to know Governor Tim Walz. They didn't know who he was. And so that's always a tremendous limitation for a candidate in any kind of a race.
I think, and it started most definitely on like the first day of her nomination at the DNC when there was no Palestinian representation. I mean, we have Rashida Tlaib, Congresswoman Tlaib, who could have said something. Quite frankly, they may have took the uncommitted campaign that serious, but I mean, as we turn to Michigan, looking at Dearborn and that turnout.
We need 20 more people to double tap that like button. 20 more people double tap that screen so you get the likes up, y'all. 20 more people.
It was very serious.
They accomplished so much, and I think I'm concerned that perhaps everybody's not aware of everything that was put into place.
Kamala did the best with what she can, and she didn't want to bite the hand that fed her, but her trying to stumble and like backing Biden and everything that she did, I think that was really her downfall. I feel like the Republicans really target her in what she said, and that's why she lost a lot of Democratic votes and
Man, these people brainwashed. I ain't gonna lie.
some of the uncertainty votes, unfortunately.
The Democrat Party is supposed to be a party for the working class, but it's become more of a middle class party. So I think, that working class, they hear the rhetoric of Donald Trump, and it sounds reminiscent of their families, sounds reminiscent of the people they're around and how they think.
I don't want to look at shortcomings of our campaign because the other side had so many shortcomings. They shouldn't even have been in the race.
I think there is going to have to be a question, though, within the Democratic Party about especially what does this mean moving forward, right? How do we do a better job preparing for the midterm election? How do we do a better job preparing for the next presidential election? Because this is crucial as we're talking about what's going to be happening in these next 2 to 4 years.
Man. Y'all in that chat. Ooh, hold on, my bad. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's get back right here.
All the anticipation, all the excitement, all the anxiety.
But have you seen the star break?
Okay, it's not what I was looking for either. Let's get this one out the way.
Did Donald Trump
I'm going to have to keep pausing it due to the music.
make a mistake when he chose J.D. Vance?
Oh, I think it was a great choice.
Was it a great choice for J.D. Vance to be here, y'all? Was it a great choice to get J.D. Vance in here? I got to keep pausing it for the music, so you just bear with me while we pause it through the music.
Kamala Harris questioned my loyalty to this country. That's the word she used, loyalty. And I'd like to ask the vice president, what has she done?
What has the vice president done? What the hell has Kamala Harris done
to question my loyalty to this country? I served in the United States Marine Corps.
Ex-Marine, thank you for your service, sir.
I went to Iraq for this country.
So he went to Iraq for this country. Y'all, hey man, y'all better put some respect on his name. So y'all better put some respect on his name. You can grin for that, man. You fought for the country. You can grin. You can grin if you fought for the country, man. I ain't mad at you for that. We're not.
I built a business for this country.
So he built a business for this country.
And my running mate took a bullet for this country.
Took a bullet for this country.
So my question to Kamala Harris is, what the hell have you done to question our loyalty to the United States of America?
What the hell has she done, y'all? What has Kamala Harris done?
I guarantee John Kelly talked to somebody on Kamala Harris's campaign beforehand.
What has Kamala Harris done? Vasilis, what you know? Go, move, go over there, go. Stop getting on my desk. He mad at me.
Now, I've spoken with people in John Kelly's circle, and I've spoken with people in the Kamala Harris campaign. They say there's been no communication the entire time.
Oh, I'm highly skeptical of that, Jake. You know the way that these people are often
Got to keep pausing because the music playing.
So you made it up.
Or something goes out there.
Did you make it up, JD?
No, I said that the American media and the American Democratic Party apparatus works a certain way. It's interesting. We've now spent, Jake.
You spent what, JD?
3 minutes talking about John Kelly. Who did he deliver this news to?
Who did he deliver that news to?
To Jeffrey Goldberg, a guy who lied the United States.
He lied to the United States
into the Iraq War, which led to the deaths of millions of innocent Arabs. And
we don't talk about that, though. All the innocent people who be getting their lives taken away.
Thousands of innocent Americans.
I think that's something that Governor Walz just said is quite extraordinary.
What did he say, JD?
You yourself just said Iran is as close to a nuclear weapon today as
I gotta keep pausing because of music.
They have ever been. And Governor Walz, you blame Donald Trump, who has been the vice president for the last 3.5 years.
Who has been the vice president for the last 3.5 years? Every time something goes wrong, everything they can do, they just everything they have done that's went wrong, they blame Donald Trump, and he has not been in office for 3.5 years.
And the answer is your running mate, not mine. Donald Trump consistently made the world more secure. Now, we talk about what the sequence of events that led us to where we are right now, and you can't ignore October the
Can't ignore what, JD?
7th, which I appreciate Governor Walz bringing up. But when did Iran and Hamas and their proxies attack Israel?
When did they attack?
It was during the administration of Kamala Harris.
Kamala, whatever.
So Governor Walz can criticize Donald Trump's tweets, but effective, smart diplomacy and peace through strength is how you bring stability back to a very broken world.
Go ahead and cook, man. You almost done.
Donald Trump has already done it once before. Ask yourself at home, when was the last time? I'm 40 years old. When was the last time?
When was the last time? What, Mr. JD?
That an American president didn't have a major conflict break out? The only answer is during the 4 years that Donald Trump was president.
Just when Donald Trump was the president. Other than that, it's all been bullshit. Let's continue. The recap of the election that they predicted would go so wrong for Mr. Donald Trump. They predicted this election would go so wrong, and everybody was so wrong and looked so stupid and so foolishly. This just was a bad stream for you guys.
All the excitement, all the anxiety, all the doom scrolling, all the manic refreshing of polling averages. It has all been leading to this hour. And we know you have every choice in the world for where to spend tonight. So we're really grateful that you're spending it with us. And we hope you'll be with us through the duration.
How's everybody doing? First time voting?
Yes.
How you feeling?
Good.
You guys doing okay too?
Yes, we're doing great. Kamala, la, la.
I was going to ask who you're going to vote for, but I didn't need to.
Kamala, la, la, because lives matter.
First time voting? As you know, this is where the Harris campaign wants to drive up the numbers to sort of counteract that T in the middle of Pennsylvania to counteract the rural votes that the Trump campaign is expected to get.
And so what you've seen in the last couple of weeks, if this is an audition for managing a complex organization like the United States, Kamala Harris has passed the audition flawlessly. This has been, in many ways, a perfect campaign. And what the campaign is talking about now is the granular get out the vote effort.
We need 25 people to double tap that screen. 25 people double tap that screen.
That you just don't see on the other side. On the other side, you're seeing Charlie Kirk going on X Twitter this morning and begging people to vote.
The last week has been a very good close for Kamala Harris, not a good close for Donald Trump. He hasn't been able to fill the rallies. He's addled. He has racist comedians opening it. Whatever. It's been a trashy week for Donald Trump. It's been a very strong week for Kamala Harris.
ASU, the campus that we're on right now, ASU students, the population is about 74,000. So a lot of people voting here. When it comes to a lot of the young women that we've been talking to, reproductive rights is huge. It's a big, big driver. It's a lot of the conversation that we're hearing.
We've got about 10 now completed of those rural, heavily Trump counties. We're talking about places where he's going to get 70, 75, 80% of the vote. In all 10 that have now been completed, Trump's vote share relative to 2020 has gone up.
I'm just going to give a couple of everybody take a breath warnings here. We don't know what's going to happen in Georgia. It's like a baby blue state, I'm going to say, and that it has not been blue for a long time. It is a hard state for the Harris team.
One of the things that was so striking about the public polling and the public data going into this election was that the public polling said this is the closest race that we've ever had.
Yeah.
Basically. I mean, that was the consensus view. And there was a real question about, well, maybe the public polling's wrong, and maybe it's going to miss a few points in one direction or another. We don't know at this point. It's very early in the evening. But I would say at 8:50, it's a very, very close race.
I'd say that if you are just joining us right this second at 8:52:06, and I had to summarize what's going on, no surprises.
Yeah, right.
Pretty much that's what's happened thus far. In Georgia, it's too close to call. In Pennsylvania, it's too close to call. In Wisconsin, it's too close to call. In Michigan, sing it with me now. It's too close to call.
Let's be blunt. I think when you watch what Donald Trump did in 2020, what Democrats
They were trying so hard. They did not want Trump to win, boy. They was trying hard.
were fantasizing about was a landslide victory. And so some of what was wanted and desired was a sweep that really wasn't on the table. We live in an evenly divided country, and it creates anxiety, but it also requires patience.
It is fairly shocking. And I don't think it's something that should make us super proud. You just think about just the last 2 weeks and the things that Donald Trump has said. If all of that gets you half of the votes.
We need 10 more people to double tap that screen to get these likes up. 10 more people, double tap the screen.
49%. What does it tell you? I mean, we need to really take a step back and think about what does that say about us?
I mean, blue wall, baby, there was always going to be a blue wall night. Some of the fantasies, right, of a landslide victory that would erase any doubt, that would eradicate, you know, the threats. I think it's going to be a late night. The polls have accurately captured this dead heat.
Ari, since you were last with us, I've got nothing to report.
Well, the crowd here is still large, is still loud, but a little bit more subdued. And the word that I keep hearing is the idea that people here are nauseously optimistic, not just cautiously optimistic, but nauseously optimistic. The real focus now is on that blue wall in the Midwest. They knew that this was going to be a long night and that it was going to be a real nail biter, and it appears that that is exactly what we're looking at right now.
We've been saying for weeks, says O'Malley Dillon, quote, that this race might not be called tonight. Those of you who were around in 2020 know this well. What we do know is this race is not going to come into focus until the early morning hours.
Part of the objective of this email is to say to the people on the team, hang in there, guys. Like, it's not over. We're still getting votes in. We still need to keep talking to people, keep people in lines, tell your grandma it's going to be okay.
We now have an NBC News call in the first one, Joy. North Carolina called for Donald Trump.
Yep, and so it was, you know.
We now have all the vote in Luzerne County. Donald Trump is going to win this by a little bit more than 21 points. 4 years ago, it was 14. We also saw him make those gains in Lackawanna County right next door earlier tonight. Democrats wanted more of a Trump drop-off here. They don't get it in Lebanon County tonight. In 2020, Joe Biden won here by essentially 27 points. Sits at about 24.5. In Chester County, more significant drop-off for Harris from Biden. Next door in Montgomery County, Harris is now running a point behind where Joe Biden finished in this county. Biden won this by 4.5 points in 2020. Trump has now taken the lead in Bucks County.
NBC News now projects that in the battleground state of Georgia in the presidential race, Donald Trump has prevailed. The Republican Party will control the United States Senate. This is live from Howard University in Washington, D.C.
We still have votes to count. We still have states that have not been called yet. We will continue overnight to fight to make sure that every vote is counted. Thank you all.
A short and to-the-point statement from Cedric Richmond, the Harris campaign co-chair. You now see them turn as one to start to leave the grounds.
The evening was getting increasingly somber as people realized what this map is looking like. They turned off the TV set and just piped up the music because the room was starting to get increasingly somber.
You know, we always knew it was going to be down to the blue wall, and the blue wall is still uncalled at this point. But it sounds like the Harris campaign is sort of keeping things tight in terms of whether or not they're going to string people along into thinking this is going to happen.
What they went to that venue tonight hoping to see and witness was a historic election of Kamala Harris to the presidency, was the end of the Trump era as they knew it. And so we don't know the outcome yet, but that is not what they are receiving, and they are being told to go home and wait till tomorrow.
And nothing that was true yesterday about how flawlessly this campaign was run is not true now. I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed, you know.
Fuck Queen Latifah.
I mean, she had every prominent celebrity voice. She had the Swifties. She had the Beehive. Like, you could not have run a better campaign.
In Western Europe and in the UK and in the Middle East, people are waking up to this.
Oh, and they are.
I've gotten people from Western Europe who are extraordinarily alarmed and terrified.
May I reiterate, there are 2 of the 7 swing states that have been called by NBC News right now, which is Georgia and North Carolina. None of the other 5 states have been called at this point. You can see this is the battleground states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, the so-called blue wall. None of those states called by NBC News. In the swing state of Pennsylvania, NBC News now projects that presidential contest has been won by Donald Trump. It presents an insurmountable future here for Kamala Harris and for the Democratic ticket. Let's watch as Trump takes the stage in Palm Beach, Florida.
We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
Boy, it's going to be a real tough speech for her.
Boy, they did not want to do none of that shit. Boy, they was scrambling and scraping the whole night, wasn't they? Them people was up there scrambling and scraping all night trying to figure out how can this be possible, y'all? How can it be possible that Trump is taking over the world like this? Everybody voted for the man. Keep it a big buck. Man. It feels great to be an American. It feels really good to be an American. Know what I'm talking about? Say scrambling and scraping. Yeah, they've been scrambling and scraping for quite some time now. Let's keep it a big buck. These Democrats been scrambling and scraping, y'all. But what y'all think about all this ish that we got up here today? How long we been live, man? Damn, the 3.5 hours. We still $29 away. I don't know where the support went at. I'm feeling like Kamala in this. They ain't supporting me, man. Don't make me feel like Kamala. I want to feel like Trump in this motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Don't make me feel like Kamala. Said karma is a bitch. That's all the polls on YouTube All the polls on YouTube have been for Trump. Is that what you meant? Salute to everybody who did vote on the poll. We had 1,300 people come vote on the poll. They said, salute to everybody, you know what I'm saying, in the building though, man. I don't know, man. Kamala ain't got a chance. I'm just tired of people saying, man, she's going to end up, he's going to step down. And nah, he ain't stepping down and she ain't stepping in. It's over. It's over, dog. It's over. Kamala lost. It's on to the presidency now. It's on to the presidency right now. We ain't got no more to talk. Salute Jess B for that 10 piece. Thank you. We $19 away. Salute Jess B. Somebody throw up a 20 piece so we can get these 2 honey buns cut. I know somebody, you know what I'm saying, gonna throw up the 20 piece in the gang. You know what I'm talking about? They said, what does this say? Scrambling and scraping, word salad. That's all that lady do is just talk out the side of her neck. They said, of course not. Queen Latifah, you're going to jail. Queen Latifah was getting drilled at Diddy parties allegedly. Never mind. I ain't gonna say what I was gonna say. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Hell nah. Until Trump get in office, I ain't saying what I want to say. They never showed how many people was at the Trump rallies. Never did they. They don't never because they don't want to show how many people supported Trump have been a Trump. What? I don't know what you're saying, homie. Say Trump not no step down, man. Trump ain't stepping down and he ain't stepping away. Trump gonna stand on business. Trump been standing on business for a long ass time, man. For all we've known Trump, he been standing on business. Kamala don't even look as sad as her voters. Because she don't care. That lady was running a play on everybody, man. Hey, we need 4 more people to double tap that like button. 4 more people. Salute Colleen Stoffer for that Tiny Thug membership. Salute to you, Colleen Stoffer, for that membership. Salute to you. Salute, salute, salute. We appreciate you. Ratchet Gang appreciate you. I appreciate all the new subscribers we got too as well. We leaning towards 164,000. I ain't gonna even lie. We've been going up every day over here. Every time we do a live, we go up in a good way, man. So salute to the gang, man. I do appreciate everybody over here, all my moderators, all my green team, everybody who's be supporting me every day on my Discord server. I appreciate all y'all, man. Salute to everybody that be in the building, man. And everybody that come through and support the channel. And just in general, just come through and just, you know what I'm saying? Well, you support me by watching it too. So as long as you watching the video, clicking that like button, that's all I could really ask for, man. That's all I could really ask for. She is also on the Epstein flight log list. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Well, anyway, gang. This your boy Big Ratchet. We finna get the hell up off here. I'm finna get on Discord. I'm hungry. I need to get me something to eat. I don't know what I'm finna eat, but your boy is hungry. I'm finna go cook something. Probably, I don't know what the hell I'm finna do, but I'm finna get the hell up off of here. I'm gonna keep it a big buck. I love all y'all more than y'all will ever know though. But I do got a new song to drop today. I am gonna jam that song before we get up out of here. So salute to y'all. I'll probably run it back twice, and we gonna get the hell up off of here, man. But you know what I'm saying? I do appreciate all the support, man. Salute to everybody in the building. We out, gang. Know what I'm talking about?